Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, where me and a bunch of my nerdy-ass friends get together, and we like to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Mustaches
Tonight,
and dragons.
Mustaches and Dragons, that's right. Tonight we are on session 45 of our campaign, where we last left off. The Lords of Nightstone, as well as their new friends, had recently broken into the castle of Linar Mall, a castle floating within the sky that was ruled by the Cloud Giants. After making their way through the upper levels and managing to raid a few artifacts, masks, potions, scrolls, and a tiny chest, they managed to make their way down, encountered the brother of the Countess, Count Felon, who was not as confrontational as his sister, and did allow some discussion before things seemed to go south, and he mobilized his battalion of chest units to slow you guys down. Unfortunately for him, Bergen Badass Stonespire has the Ring of fucking Winter and was able to halt them all with a wall of ice and bought you guys enough time to pummel the queens and deal a good fucking chunk to Count Thelen before reinforcements could even arrive. You guys beat him within an inch of his life, and he agreed to abdicate, allow you to continue raiding the castle as long as you promise to leave him and the two children and the castle alone. You agreed and continued searching, and soon thereafter found the Nightstone, placed within the center of a greenhouse, the panes of which were covered with notes from Countess Sansuri trying to decipher its meaning. It was decided that it would be too difficult to move, as this 15-foot diameter polyhedron is just absolutely immense. Ark, however, was able to discern that while y'all probably couldn't lift it, a dragon probably could. And with that, you guys continued, flew down south to the stable, so to speak, where the Griffin tribe Uthgard and their griffins resided. There was only one in the chamber at the time, and you guys discussed a plan to try to sneak in and banish Sansuri, while trying to pick the locks on Velgalis, to free him from the 4 different locks that bound him. Unfortunately, Pandora did not pass her initial check and was discovered right off the bat, and the banishment did not take effect, Sansuri resisting its abilities. This, of course, led to a rapid change of plans, as she conjured 4 elementals, one of which an air elemental that she seemed to pull from a cage rather than from the raw elements as she had the other 3. A bitter battle ensued, during which Pandora was able to pick all 4 locks off of Felgalis and free him from his captivity. You guys also freed a wyvern, a sphinx, and the air elemental spirit that you found was actually an undead. Its form bound to this plane, killed, and then resurrected using the powers of the Nightstone, something that previously had been unheard of. Sansuri had some reinforcements arrive with a couple of other cloud giants, and there was a rather bitter standoff. The wall of flames barring them behind the doors, spells flying back and forth, sleet storm, lightning bolt, lightning breath, just an intense back and forth, until finally you guys were able to get Sansuri within a very critical range, and Gulbran, walking through the wall of fire with his scythe in hand, looking as if the Reaper himself, was able to intimidate her into surrendering. She dismissed her guards. Velgalis gripped her tight so she could not escape, and you questioned her. You guys made her conjure the chest, which you knew contained the conch of teleportation, as well as quite a bit of fucking booty. There's all of these giant keeps have a fuck ton of loot, but this one in particular was just opulent and extravagant to a degree where I think it has more than like several other of the giant lords combined as far as treasure goes.
Stop now, because I'm not entirely convinced myself not to go back for that castle.
Well, you did know, after allowing Felgalis to destroy her, which you tried to weasel out of originally, saying that she had information about Hecatan and what was happening and what was going on in his court. This did not seem to interest you guys, and I believe they had you, Davos, try to lie to her and say, hey, if you tell us this, we'll spare your life. with you
There
guys
was no
collectively
difference.
having no desire to spare her life, and her, unfortunately, passing the insight check to see past it, elected to not share any of the information. And Vogelis, still holding her tight, placed his maw over her, and the electricity built up within his throat as he just decimated her, shredding the flesh off of her body, rending the bone and turning that into ash and dust and soot, until nothing remained of the Cloud Giant Countess. An absolutely brutal end that I was very happy with. Upon hearing this, however, the main reason you can't go back to get the castle is there's about 12 other cloud giants there, some of them at ballistas, some of them on the actual floor, who began pouring through. Thogelis, injured from not only the battle itself, but the interrogation that he's endured for months beforehand, made it very clear that it's time to get the fuck out. You guys boarded your mounts, the 3 newcomers, none of which are here right now, but they all have new mounts. You guys managed to get back up to the Nightstone. Thogelis, with the help of Pandora, using her adjust density feature, was able to transport the stone onto the deck of the ship. And you guys made your way into the distance, trying to flee the ballistas that are sort of peppering you.
I think Pandora shrunk the stone with a thing.
No. Adjust density doesn't change its size, just how much it weighs, basically. She can make a person stronger and heavier to where they have advantage on strength checks but move slower, or she can make them lighter where they have disadvantage on strength checks but double movement speed. And also can increase and decrease the weight of things as
I can make Legolas stronger if that becomes with, I don't know, prevalent information anytime. No one let me forget.
Interesting. Before we get back to the current events, any comments, questions, side remarks?
Holy shit.
Holy shit, indeed!
Brandon, what are you eating? What's this?
Chips.
Blue corn tortilla chips.
Pretty much. It's a mixed bag, yellow and blue.
Let's see.
Oh.
I have salsa too. Blue
They're
and yellow?
buttery, bro.
No.
Yeah, I had a blue bag and a yellow bag, so I kind of mixed them.
I thought you meant they sold them like that? That's so funny. I do love some fucking blue corn tortilla chips, though. Let me fucking tell you. Some fucking,
Dude, these
some
are like
fresh,
buttery. It's so good.
some fucking guac. Ooh,
Stop.
plug it up.
Stop.
I had originally bought them because I had guac, but sadly, no more guac.
Oh,
So I'm just eating plain corn chips.
guaca lonely, man. That's a sad place to be.
Alright, I'm done. That's it. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
We made it 10 minutes! Fuck yeah! Actually, 8 minutes and 3 seconds. And with that, my dudes, we'll get back into business.
I'm starting to think Devin likes when I don't show up.
He doesn't pull his hair out as much. It's interesting.
Let's see.
Let's face it.
As your ship, the Westwind Wyvern, flees the ballista of the Cloud Giant Castle, you all catch your breath after this frenzied combat with Countess Sansuri. The Nightstone dominates much of the space on the deck of the ship, as does Fogelis, the wounds of whom, by the way, are currently being tended to by Nissa, the Dragonborn cleric. Most of your mounts are flying adjacent to the ship to accommodate Fogelis and the Nightstone on the deck. And you watch as Fogelis' eyes grow a blue-white as lightning arcs across his form, before with a charge, he shrinks down into the figure of a small halfling man with copper hair and golden eyes. And TBH kind of looks like William Dafoe. I'll drop this in the Strongholds and Followers chat. Bloop.
The Copper Goblin.
The Copper Goblin. Accurate.
Cross that bridge another time.
You don't know who William Dafoe? Of course you don't.
No,
You ever seen the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Yes.
The Green Goblin.
Ever seen...
The crazy-ass looking motherfucker?
What is it called? Boondock Saints?
Oh, man, that's a great movie.
I mean, I'm familiar, but no, I've not seen it. So.
Of course he hasn't. Oh, and it's not wanting to post.
Wait, not sorry. So good. It will all be good.
There we go. That's better. Alright.
Have we seen him in that form before?
Once before, yes. When you first met him at Zephyros' tower, he transformed into this form to speak with Fogelis. Or excuse me, to speak with Zephyros.
And lost in a dice game.
Yeah, that's right. Which you cheated at, but he was okay with it.
He knew. He knew.
Even in this mortal form, not human, this halfling form, the damage from his wounds is still evident. You see he's covered in bruises, scars, scabs, and he thanks Nissa in Draconic profusely. Tajin quickly approaches and greets him likewise in Draconic. None of you actually speak that. Ark is the only one who does. So since he's here, I'll translate. Basically, Tajin tells Fogelus that he's thankful for Bahamut's guidance, that eventually led them to find him, that they've been searching for him for months. Fogelus thanks him in return and says that it's good to see him and the crew again. And he greets each of the crew members by name. Nissa, the white dragonborn cleric, Penelope, the human first mate wizard, Jesse, the dwarven powder monkey rogue, Khaled, the elven paladin cannoneer, and Kaya, the drow spotter sorcerer, up in the crow's nest. And you get the sense that they have met several times before. Tajin asks Fogelus if he'll be staying for the entire trip back, and Fogelus says no, that he has to meet with Zephyros, the lords of Waterdeep, and then retrieve some things from his hoard. About this time, Kaya lets loose... Nah, he looks like Peter Dinklage. No, William Dafoe, man. You're just saying that because he's a halfling, and that's fucking racist. About this time, you hear 3 short whistles from the crow's nest, and you look up to Kaya, who's pointing off into the distance, and you see that emerging from the clouds are the Griffin Uthgard that you parlayed with earlier. Gulbran, the leader that you spoke to before, flies by the deck, and with surprisingly light-footed leap for a woman who is swole as fuck, dismounts her griffin and lands onto the deck while the griffin perches along the railing. And,
I told you she wouldn't be a problem much longer. Goldbrand says, like, sitting on his ass, the first thing he does after every long fight, sits down, like, up against the mast. Like,
well met, Blue Bear. Uthgard witness you for ridding the world of Sansuri. Our remaining Uthgards... Oh no, I'm fully aware. Our remaining Uthgards stayed by and relayed the messages of what happened, including some parts that I believe he may have embellished quite a bit. I mean, seriously, does he actually expect me to believe you walked through a wall of fire? That is ridiculous. But please, I'm being rude. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Enola Redtail, first talon of my tribe. And this handsome devil is Nimbus, she says, pointing to her griffin.
So this is the same one I spoke with, or not?
This
Earlier?
is the same one, yes.
Okay, so not Chief.
And now,
first talent.
not yes. Shh. And I'll put her in chat as well. Enola? Yeah, which is a Cherokee word that means black fox. It was the name of my first jeep.
Oh,
like
it also
name
means
your Jeep
destruction
or-
to Hiroshima.
Oh, wow. She thanks you again. Sansuri was needlessly cruel. It was about time that someone took care of her. If it were not for the threat of her defiling our mound, then I would have liked to think that we could have rallied against her sooner.
Does that mean that your mound is still whole?
That is correct. Our stand is still safe. It was sort of the condition of us going into her service. But tell me, are the other tribes having so much trouble with the giants?
Well, the whole fucking continent is having trouble with the giants. And a lot of the mounds are in peril or already have passed through peril. He gestures to the ship, have restored a couple of them, but I'm sure there are some that are still weak.
She nods her head. I had heard that the Great Worm stand had been raided, as well as the Sky Ponies. They are both neighbors of ours, and we are understood that the Frost and Fire Giants, respectively, had been taking the artifacts from them. Is there any hope for ending it? Whatever it is that has the Giants going berserk.
We're working on this.
You
Yeah.
are working on stopping the
We-
Giants.
Yeah. It's a really, really long story. I'll tell you what.
Huh.
You really want to know, send yourself or an representative to the Blue Bear camps outside of Nightstones. He gives her directions.
She says,
Hydia, Gideon, or Chaskas can fill you in.
She nods her head. There are some within my tribe that wish to return to their families. Some of my riders in this pride. But once we regroup with the tribe, I will try to gather supports and see if we can help put an end to the chaos with you and the Blue Bears.
That may be best if we want to see these stands put back together.
She goes,
Oh no, did I get a giant artifact this time? I guess I didn't.
You wouldn't know this at the time, but both of the masks that you stole will be able to be used to restore stand. They are ancient artifacts. They are exquisitely crafted, very valuable, and tied to. They are what's what I'm looking for? Heirlooms passed down from the countesses and counts of the castle.
Interesting. No, that's the gist.
Yeah.
Of it. You want to help? Go there. I've got
She-
shit to do in the
she-
meantime.
Yeah, she thanks you, and leaps atop Nimbus, and her and the rest of the clan begin to fly northwest. If you guys are on the map, you guys are up here over the Evermore. Linar Mall was floating over here when you guys found it, and their stand is located at Shining White, which is the one just up to the north, so they are not far from home by any means. About this time, Nissa is sort of finishing the bulk of the healing on Felgalis, and he thanks her once again, just showering her in praise and Draconic, before turning his attention to you. Lords of Nightstone, a damn pleasure to see you lot again. I like your new mates, and their nimble fingers. But listen up, lads, I could spend all afternoon thanking you for giving me a hand back there. But the truth is, I've got some sensitive information to get to Zephyros immediately.
Are you sure you're
Snack.
okay to travel?
Goes,
I mean, you just spent months being Sansuri's
Pincushion?
Pincushion. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
I was thinking.
No, oh no, yeah, I'm definitely, I'm going to take a bottle of whatever the strongest shit you have and sleep off a little bit of exhaustion, but I'll head out first thing in the morning.
Coolbrain gives him his forest water.
Excellent.
He can have the whole horn.
Oh boy. He does say,
whole horn.
He carries not a flask.
a drinking horn.
No, a drinking horn. Yeah.
He says,
A lot of booze.
He's a good guy.
exactly. This is a dragon, though. He needs a lot. He goes, no, thank you. That is very well appreciated, Gulbrand. No, I must speak with Zephyros immediately because something is rotten in the court of Maelstrom. The Storm Giants have themselves a traitor within their ranks. Dark forces seek to make their move on the Wormskull throne, and if they are successful, and he locks eyes with you, Gulbrand, that path that you and Zephyros follow will crumble. And you know what that means, lad. Unbridled destruction.
I'm very aware. Unfortunately, I think that's where we're going next.
To Maelstrom.
Well, that's what we were after these fucking things for. He takes a conch out of the bag.
No, excellent, excellent.
We need you to carry a message to Zephyros. Well, we need to cash in on
We can't use a sending stone?
We can't
doesn't
just
have
talk
one,
to
huh?
Zephyros, but instead,
You don't have the sending stone for Zephyros, you have your mirror.
Yeah, but what's more important is that Gulbrand wants to tell him about the dude. You said you owe us a life debt. You can clear that debt if you can assist us with a problems.
I'd be more than happy to.
Alert Zephyros that the Bane Darkwind is coming to Nightstones.
Bane Darkwind.
I don't
Of
know any
Darkhold.
words than use. Yes, apparently.
He's a Zent. He's the general of the Zent forces, the Zentarum. I've feuded with the Zentarum for decades, and he's been a bright thorn in my ass.
Well, he'll probably be dead in the next 2 months, judging by our track records. But I was
Damn
hoping
right.
you might could lend us a hand.
Oh, I would be more than happy
A
to.
woman.
It is. Oh, did I say he, or did Devin say he?
Both.
Is it a
Okay,
woman?
yeah, it is. It is a woman. Yeah,
Oh.
I gave you the first name, but I don't have it on hand. But
Is that a very pansy sounding man?
yeah. Did you question Davos? Did you say the thing about the mirror out loud?
Yeah, like we don't have a way to get to Zephyros sooner, you can stay with me. Please don't leave me.
Okay.
He goes, if I could talk to Zephyros, that would be fantastic, but I still have things that I need to attend to. I've been trapped in that damn castle for, what, 3-4 months? I have some people I need to check up on. Make sure that my horde hasn't been too disturbed. But, no, if we can talk to Zephyros, that would be an immense help.
Go around and give him the mirror.
You activate the mirror and present it.
Yeah, just
Um,
right there at the bottom. Just slide it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The little small needles?
which ruby is it? Is it like a radial? Do I have to? I'm sorry, I haven't had a mirror like this in many years. See, he'll tell you as the fog or the mirror fades to gray mist and reveals the face of Zephyros, your longtime cloud giant ally. He relays pretty much everything that he told you guys, that someone is after the Worm Skull throne. They seek to take advantage of Hecaton being dead or being missing by becoming the ruler of the giants. He doesn't know the identity of this traitor, but he says that Sansuri let it slip during her questioning that there were those in Hecaton's court that are making their plays for the throne now that the king is gone. He also says that they're after specifically the Worm Skull throne. And you guys have heard this talked about a little bit before. Goldbrand, you've had a vision of it. While it is not what gives the Storm Giants their divine right to rule, it is the tool through which they do so. It makes them immensely powerful. They can teleport, they can conjure things, they can blast off incredible attacks. It is sort of like their guillotine. If somebody's acting up, it's what they use to go and take care of business.
And we were
And
told
it's the way-
the Oracle mentioned specifically that if we wanted to fix shit, we had to make sure Hecaton maintains control of the throne. They phrased it as put him back on the throne, but you know,
Yeah.
that was the Oracle.
Which is correct.
Specifically mentioned like he's got to keep that or shit's going bad.
As you're talking about it, Zephyros adds on to it. The Worm Skull Throne is an artifact of tremendous power and spiritual significance, made by the dwarven gods from the blackest obsidian and beset with runes, floating on the skulls of 4 ancient blue dragons. For centuries, the king of the Storm Giants would sit upon the Worm Skull Throne while wielding a ruling scepter, and thus be recognized by Anam as the rightful king of the giants. Anam would also place that giant's kin at the top of the ordering, that is to say, the caste system. I put a lot of this in here to catch the others up on what's going on, and now none of them are here for this. Those fucking bastards. if nothing else, they'll have it for the
refresher.
Yeah, and if nothing else, they can catch it in the replay. In a word, the throne is a king. Or whoops, I'm mixing people. In a word, the throne is a kingmaker. It is a highly coveted magical artifact that also possesses incredible power. There are any number of those who might seek it, but Secession's right, now that Hecaton is missing, would say that it would be taken by one of his 3 daughters. While I have never met them personally, I have spoken and heard of them quite often. There is Mirren, the eldest, commanding and opulent, spoiled, in my opinion. Countess Sansori respected her as a strong leader with exquisite taste. There is Nim, the middle child, quiet and cunning, sharp-witted but reserved. Brilliant at chess, would likely make a very excellent tactician. And then there is Sarissa, the youngest, but surprisingly, Hecaton's hand-picked successor. She was very much like her mother, that she loved the small folk. Anam rest her soul. It doesn't do a sign of the cross, but something similar. She is patient, but perhaps overly cautious. Sensori didn't care for her, so naturally, I believe that Sarissa is the most trustworthy of the 3. Lords of Nightstone, I know that you were seeking to reach Maelstrom by the conches. Tell me, how many conches have you obtained?
All of them's.
All of them's. In this case, 5. Excellent. No, that is fantastic. With all 5 conches, I should be able to use the collective conjurative powers to pass more than just 5 creatures into Maelstrom. This would allow you to bring any number of the lords you like, and if you would have me, I would like to accompany you to Maelstrom.
You're a
The
giant.
only
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
damn right. The only caveat is that myself, as well as 4 other giants, must be the ones to blow the conches. Do you have any such giants in your rank?
We have some friends that are giants. 2 giant friends.
Hill giants.
You have 3 total. You have the 2 hill giants, Herc and Moog, as well as not Zerok, Zork, who is
Oh,
the
the
mute
silent
stone
one.
giant. Yes. If upon saying that, he goes, that still leaves us 1 short. However, I will do my best to speak to Count Thulin. He is far more sensible than his sister, and he may be willing to aid the restoration of the Ordering.
About stats. You could just tell him if he doesn't, I'll come back and finish the jobs.
Well, that is quite. I imagine that while Phegalus was filling him in, he told him that Countess Ensuri attacked him. Okay, he goes, while you certainly could, I have no doubt, I would exercise caution. Count Thulin is one of the more level-headed ones that will ascend to the throne. If you kill him, he will be replaced by someone who is perhaps more foolhardy. A potential ally. I am setting course for Nightstone as we speak, but it will be quite a few days before I arrive. If there is an opportunity to ask him any questions that you guys may have. But if not, he'll end the call.
Have you looked down the paths recently?
He nods his head. The wandering path is growing darker, my friend. It seems that we are approaching a nexus point of possibilities. There are things that I cannot see beyond to ascertain the nature of what is to come. Have you spent your time among the stars recently?
Knows. But it sounds like nothing's changed.
I would seek it out nonetheless. There is, even if what we see is not new, there may be new information hidden within that eluded us before. I
will
must...
look, but it has always been there. That spot, the blank. I don't think we will know what happens till we gets theirs. Or
Well,
even if
yeah,
it will go on after that.
yes and no. There, before the current blank, there was another blank. Like for the longest time, you couldn't see past the promise day of meeting everyone. It's only within the last 6 months you've been able to see beyond that. And Zephyros might voice part of this as these major events happen, they lock certain things into place. You eliminating Countess Ensuri, and nay, all the giant lords thus far, will likely allow a more decisive future, for better or worse. But
Definitely.
we shall discuss that more when I meet you next. Take care, Lords of Nightstone. As the mirror once again fades back to your reflection, Belgalis says, "All right, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the hold below, preferably waiting for you, Kaya, and getting drunk as I possibly fucking can." And he makes his way with your drinking horn down the deck unless you have anything else to ask him.
See no reason the dragon can't rest.
Okay.
Dragon, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
You guys have a few days. You guys have some a few days of travel.
I just think that was a character.
Oh yeah. The next day, Thogelis wakes up. He departs. There's gonna be 4 nights of travel. Brandon, Devin, if you guys would like to scry or use prescience, now would be the time. I hear Roman or somebody.
Yeah, I think it's one of his.
Yeah, it's mine. Sorry.
Drinking water.
It's okay.
Yeah, I got the Dobie drinking the water, the Pitbull chewing the food.
That's funny.
Who
I
should
will,
I scry on?
That's what I was. You could scry on Bane Darkwind. You could scry on. You could try to scry on Hecaton, but I think it's been pretty well established that something's got him like
Something's
squirreled
blocking him.
away.
Yeah.
Um,
Not even the Oracle could see him,
s-
which is interesting.
so
Because that's like god level power.
yeah. So that pretty much leaves any of his 3 daughters.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are
Maybe
probably
the youngest.
yeah. Any of the 3 daughters or whatever I said before that I've already forgotten.
Bane
Bane
Darkwind.
Darkwind. Yeah. Those are the 4
Already
probably
forgotten.
most
Accurate.
most pressing options, unless you wanted to spy on Azazel or someone in the Fae. And then now I'll stop, because that exhausts my list of ideas.
Man, it's pretty much everybody.
I think so.
So who you prioritizing for day 1?
Guess I'll say Nissa, the youngest.
The youngest is Sarissa.
Oh,
S-E-R. No, you're fine. S-E-R-I-S-S-A. Sarissa.
And the middle one was Nim. N-Y-M. and
Yes, and then the
first
oldest
one-
is Mirren. M-I-R-R-A-N, like Helen Mirren.
Mirren.
Or like the Japanese beer.
Indeed.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know that one.
I thought for a second it was like the cooking wine, but that's not how Mirren is spelled.
Oh wait, yeah, that's M-I-R-I-N. Yeah,
Cooking
that's
wine.
what I meant. My beer, the cooking wine.
I'm gonna take a quick look at the spell, as I do every time I use this.
I don't.
So you don't know them. Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
harder.
it's a very hard
Guess
pass.
you could spy on
think
Gideon
they
if you
will.
wanted to.
You have heard
Right.
of the target, so they get a +5 to their save.
I think it's a 12.
Can I cast a spell on him to help him with that?
Cast a spell on Brandon, or cast a spell on
damage.
what you
Guidance.
thinking? Guidance. This is technically the enemy making a check.
I
Um,
see.
So I
Yeah.
don't. Rules as written, it wouldn't make a difference. But I tell you what, if you do that, I'll take 2 off the. I'll add 2 back to the AC, so they'll have to be to 14.
That's
Nope.
not counting their +5.
Bless.
You wouldn't happen to have a picture of this little giant air.
Giant airhead? Yeah.
Does that count on my scry? -2 since I have a picture.
That's A plus for cleverness. I'll tell you what. Since you've been, since you're scrying on them, and she did not roll particularly well, I am going to drop an image in your chat. This is all 3 sisters. I'll add some detail to that later, but the one on the far left is Mirren, the oldest. The one in the middle is Nim, and the one to the furthest right that looks like some girl you'd see at a fucking punk pop show is Sarissa.
Girl at the rock show.
Yeah, exactly. You
God,
see the
hair.
you see the 3. Well, it's funny because Hecaton and his wife are both very grayscale, so it's the other 2 daughters who sort of look out of place. But
Is
you
this-
see that they're talking.
Is this Bokar?
Yes, that is Bokar.
See.
So Davos, again, you stare into the crystal ball, and it is not the ball itself that seems to give you your vision, but as the sunbeam just hits it perfectly and glares in your eye, you are beset with a vision. You see these 3 women speaking to one another. The youngest, Sarissa, holds a scepter in her hand and looks uneasy. Her sisters are trying to get her to. Mirren, the one with the blue hair, seems to be trying to get her to retaliate against the small folk for kidnapping Hecaton and for killing Queen Neri. The middle one is fairly quiet, but seems to be in agreement with her sister. Mirren says that if they have father and you attack with our forces and show them the fury of the giants, they will relinquish him. And Sarissa's not so certain. She says that she seems to have her mother's heart in the regard that she cares for the small folk. She doesn't think them to be senseless creatures. She knows that they are intelligent and can be reasoned with. The middle child, Nim, does not believe this to be the case, saying that small folk are dense and fraught with impulse and creatures of habit that do not easily that will not easily change, and if they have set their sights on Hecaton, that they will follow through unless we retaliate. This goes on for several minutes, but your vision fades without hearing anything too critical. But you do get your first sight of them, making it a little easier to scry on them in the future. You also get a little insight into their current plans. Who else do you want to scry on? And we'll roll those real quick.
Guess I'll try Bane Darkwind.
Okay. You have not seen this target.
Oh.
Okay. We'll say that you get they get another 2 from the guidance. You stare into the ball, again, the glare within your eye, and are met with darkness. Formless, soundless, shapeless. It seems like your spell is working. Sort of. It's weird. It's almost as if she's shrouded. Day 3. What do you choose to scry?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry.
We'll get to your presciences. I'm gonna do his first, and then we'll jump to you.
I think that's it.
Okay.
So
You scry on Helena changing. You fucking perp. No.
I was thinking about it, but I'm like, we'll keep it moving.
Dennis is over here like the world's in peril. I don't have time for this.
Tits.
So you said 4 days of travel, right?
Correct. There are 5 days of travel, 4 nights to prescience.
Well, that's perfect because the second night he's gonna take 4 hits, and the 4th night he's gonna take 4 hits.
Oh god. Okay. Well, hang on. So he doesn't do anything the first day. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
The second night. Why would you do it like that?
Look, so that when we arrive at Nightstone, I won't have any exhaustion left.
If you do it on the 4th night, you only have 1 day to recover.
That's all I need. It's only one
For
level of exhaustion.
3 levels. For 3 levels of negatives.
For 4 hits, yeah. 1 level of exhaustion.
But you could do it on the 1st and the 3rd day and get that same effect.
Well, then let's do it that way. It doesn't matter to me. It's just
It does matter to you, Devin Green. I'm trying to help you out here. The first night you take your 4 hits. What are you seeking out anything in particular, or are you just checking the path?
The first look, he will just try to look down,
Okay.
to find the spot that he's talking about. Little stop.
The G spot. Yeah.
What are these?
Wait, the what
Insight
spot?
wisdom? The blank. The
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. Yes, insight checks, I believe, and you get some
Insight,
perks for the. I think it's. I think
you're
it's
right.
insight.
I think it was insight. I do get +4 for these, and I get to roll advantage.
Excellent. Does that count the plus you get from your axe?
No.
So I think it's another +2.
Yeah, that's
6
6 total.
33. Oh wait, this is 2 different nights. Or do you get to roll with advantage
I get to
because of
roll
your thing?
advantage because of
33.
I
Excellent.
really wish the other ones were here to listen to the narration, but
No,
So-
same. We miss you guys, you bitches.
Goldbrand takes a heavy hit of bloodweed. 4 hits
Excellent.
is a lot, so Goldbrand's looking
As he
for
should.
2 or 3 hours probably or better.
Oh yeah, it's much of the night. You set up upon the deck. You place the obsidian tablet within your lap, gaze into it, rip your bloodweed, and it doesn't. With 4 hits, it doesn't take long for you to feel the effects. And any of you who might be awake, this is perhaps the most Goldbrand has taken before. Now, this is the cut bloodweed. So it's got the Hyacinthia nectar and the lavender in it that Helena made. Thank you, Davos, for being a G and looking out for your homie.
It's like
so
snorts it and he's like, because
so this is
different stuff in it.
yeah, it's a little. It's I like to think the lavender probably doesn't change the consistency too much, but the Hyacinthia nectar probably makes it a little tarrier, which is a disgusting sensation.
Burns it in a cincher. Sits there and sneezes.
Gross. But as you stare into the stars,
Dabs.
yeah. I got a story about dabs. I'll tell you later. So you take the 4 dabs and gaze into the stone. You see the stars. They begin to swirl, and the visions come to you, and they are numerous with a 30-fucking-3. You see quite a few things. You see a dragon approaching the airship. Immense, but distant, unclear. You see a meteor shower? Rocks falling from the sky? You see a riverboat. 100 people easily aboard it. Lights and music, smoke and food. You see a castle made of coral beneath the waves that you've seen once before, but you see storm giants among it. Many of them blue or gray-skinned, donning immaculate armor and fine weapons and looking particularly fierce. You see the 3 women that Davos saw earlier arguing in a court chamber. You see a storm giant man with a large beard joining in the fray. Not a physical fray, but an altercation, yeah. And you see another storm giantess pitching in. It seems as if this is the princess's council. And while you can't understand exactly what's being said, the general impression that you're getting is that they're wanting her to take the throne. They're wanting her to sit upon the Wormskull throne, and she seems reluctant to, for some reason. With a 33, you also see a coliseum in the desert, lightning crackling above, dozens of statues all around you, hundreds maybe. And just before your vision cuts out, within the sand, you see 2 glowing blue eyes. As you come back to sweating, drooling, exhausted, the following day you rest, and on day 3, take a couple more. Do you seek to look for anything in particular?
Go over and relays all of that in between days. Fuck all that shit. Anything I want to look for in particular? How do I want to phrase this? I want to find out, like, I want to find out about Bane Darkwind. Like, if Goldbrand decided that she was not a priority until all of this was sorted out, you know, what is she in the way? Is she, like, can he ignore her? I don't know how to phrase. I don't know. But,
how does she pertain to the path?
Yeah, how does she? Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead and roll twice. If you're doing the same 4 hits.
It is the same.
Oh, a nat 20. Damn. And a nat 1. What the polarity is beautiful there. With a +6, so that's a 34.
Wheel and whoa.
For real though. You again take your hits, stare into the obsidian, the stars swirl. And you get the visage. Once again, you see Bane Darkwind marching. A legion of troops behind her. You see she's riding a black steed. There's a banner upon her back with the Zentarum flag waving in the distance. You don't recognize the exact terrain she's going through. Make a perception check for me. 14. You see swampland.
My passive is 18, if it matters.
Part of me wants to say, since this is not you in your right mind, so to speak, that I'm not going to allow the passive. You do see marshlands in the background. You see that they are passing through a very vegetative area with a bog-like consistency. You don't recognize it specifically, but you've seen lands like this throughout your migrations. In fact, it's not too unlike the bog beneath you as you guys are passing over, what is that? The Silvermoor?
The Evermore.
The Evermore. Oh, Evermore. I just got that. That's dumb. Okay. You, with a 30 fucking 4, you see her speaking with lieutenants, commanders, people who are donning wicked armor, weapons that are bladed and spiked. Her helm itself conceals her visage in a way that you can't quite get a clear glimpse of her. And with the 14, excuse me, with your nat 20, I will say that you would gather that she is partially shrouded from this type of magic. And you put together that perhaps the reason Davos could not see her is because she's protected from scrying. The only time you've seen her before has been in your vision, which, while a type of divination, is not standard magic per se. And you seem to be subverting that in a way. It seems like the image flashes forward in time, and you see her atop a hill, a legion of troops all around her, looking down at Nightstone. You gather that at some point there will be this clash with her. Can't say for certain when. You gather it'll be at Nightstone. You're not sure how far away that is. I'll give you one more thing for a nat 20. You get a glimpse of the battle itself, the chaos as the troops clash and fight, and the strum of them colliding. And you see Davos battling her. And Davos, sword in hand, shield in the other, amulet aglow, and a blur thrashing about, attacking her in unison with Davos. You can't quite make it out, but I'll say for the nat 20, it reminds you of Azazel using his rapier. Weird shit. At that point, your vision fades, and considering you took 8 hits in 2 days, you feel like fucking shit. I imagine nap for about 12 hours.
Not
Yeah.
swole the next day.
Always. Not swole. Deflate. Excellent. I was going to have the motherfuckers roll some checks to,
Bond with our animals.
yes, and since they're not here, we're going to pass by that for now. I may just roleplay that when they return.
Yeah, I'm not into doing animal bondage for other people.
Okay. Oh, for other people. Boots. No. On the 5th and final day of travel, you guys know that you're, by nightfall, will be in Nightstone. The sky is clear. It is a beautiful day. It is late autumn now. It's starting to get that chill upon the wind of winter creeping in. You see that many of the leaves beneath you have turned already, and many of the trees are beginning to lose them. And you hear Kaya whistle. 2 short bursts, and then 1 long one. And you watch as every head on this ship, all of the crew, immediately turn. And although Tajin is a scaled dragonborn, you can almost see the color drain from his face. In the distance, you see Felgalus approaching. You see the tinge of green on his scales that bronze dragons are wont to have. And as it gets closer, more green. And more green. And
Oh
larger.
gosh.
This
Is that
bitch again.
Nabo?
And larger.
Yeah. This.
And you realize that you, transporting the Nightstone across Faerun, have been noticed by old Gnawbone.
I knew we'd have to kill her eventually.
Captain Tajin says that we will have to travel with swiftness if we have any hopes of getting away from her. I'm going to tell you how this is going to work. You guys can pick any check you want, any type of skill, and tell me how you use it to either slow old Gnawbone down or speed yourself up. She's not within firing range. She's several hundred feet away at this point. We're going to let you guys see if you can outmaneuver her. Does anyone have an idea of how they want to go about doing that?
We're in the ship, right?
Correct.
Let me
That's
unmute
hard.
Fred.
I don't know much about how the ship works. So I'm
It
not
has
sure.
sails. It has rigging. It does have. Sorry, let me repeat this. It has sails. It has rigging. It's powered by magic. And again, you can tell me how you want to do it. If you say I use my strength to do this, and it works out into a feasible way of how that would actually happen, we're totally cool with that. It doesn't matter if the ship doesn't have exactly what you're wanting to do. This is more of you telling me how you capitalize on your abilities.
I also have a really strong survival, so my other thought was, is there anything on the ship that we can use as cover, or even like, I don't know if I have the spell slots, I guess I do by now, for a really big fog cloud to like find a way to provide us cover to make us harder to see. But I don't
Okay.
know if you would rule that as a survival
I-
or not.
Well, I wouldn't say survival, but I would say you get to use your spellcasting modifier or your spellcasting ability. So if you want to roll to hit for like you would range for a spell, what should be a +7 or 8 or something at this point.
One second, I'm taking a long rest. Do you want me to just cast Fog Cloud?
Well, no, because that won't do anything. You're making a check for it. This is you using your spellcraft to see how adequately you can conceal the ship using your magic.
It is +8.
Okay.
So if I roll a Wisdom save, is that cool with you? Because that's a +8.
If it's the same value, that's cool. Yeah.
That's just the quickest way for me to.
25. Excellent. Okay. Goldbrand, you conceal the entire ship in this fog cloud, one of the largest that you've casted at this point, to where it is no longer a cloud, but a fog cloud, but an entire cloud that is drifting along the sky with you guys.
Cloud bin. Cloud bin.
You gather that you have made yourself more difficult to spot. Brandon, what does Davos do to speed you along or slow her down?
When all else fails, pull out the loot. I'm going to try to jam out, use some performance, and somehow
You're gonna
mess
inspire
with her
everyone.
sonar.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like you're. Oh, okay.
like
You
either-
play a tune that both rallies the crew, and it's almost like the war drums on a ship that's sailing. Not a rowing song per se, but something of a similar mindset, and loud enough that it's that it does sort of disrupt her perception. Go ahead and roll a performance check.
it did not send it to roll 20, but that's what it was, an 11 total.
An 11. Unfortunately, that does not pass. Bergen, what you got, dog?
I don't know, to be honest.
It's got a frost ring.
Well, yeah, but it's like
So anyway, I started blasting.
it fails. Yeah, and my wisdom's my highest modifier, but I don't know how to apply it in this situation. So I guess great.
Do you have any spells that might be able to hasten you guys along?
I don't
Is that
think
like a
that-
joke? Like cast haste?
Oh, wasn't intended to be.
Because I do have slow.
She's a little too far away to target her directly.
Got dimension door. Hop on her back.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm trying to think. If your athletics or something is good, you can try to man the ropes. If your nature is good, you could try to use the wind currents to your advantage. If you may take this time to attempt a prayer. I might make it a slightly higher DC, since it's not a direct way of involvement, but that would let you use your one of your probably your religion check.
I guess I'll do that. Athletics.
Okay. 17. Oh, that fails. You take to the sails and are trying to manage them, and while you trained as a navigator, I believe, you didn't have a whole lot of experience with the rigging itself, and you're finding it a little harder. You're helping, but not it doesn't seem to be buying you guys as much space as you would like to. Put that. All right, now we're down to the final three. Zarok is going to use a spell. He's going to use his, what was it, Pulse Wave? Pulse Wave. He's going to try to use this to speed the ship up, to to literally force the ship to go forward. We're going to do a spell attack. Oh shit, it's getting intense. That is 3 fails. If Barbara and Ben do not pass, you do not escape. Ooh. Devin, you got any ideas for how they would go about doing that?
Honestly, I kind of think, they would do what sailors do. They jump into action immediately and do all of the things that they already know needs to be done with the rigging and tightening things up. And
For that, let's say an athletics check for Ark and a an acrobatics check for Pandora.
Joke's on you. Her acrobatics and her athletics are the same. She's, I didn't realize, stacked.
She is stacked. That is a pass.
You see Davos blow with the
Ark again with the nat 1. Oh no, my heart is heavy. Oh, that's unfortunate. And with that, my dudes, this is not a literal map to represent size and scale, but you are not getting away from this bitch. She is closed in too much, and Tajin tells you that you are in dog fighting range. He tells you, while we worship the dragons, I understand that evil dragons are an inherent threat to the realm and to the balance at stake. We must put her down if necessary. You guys have a second. All 3 of you can make a history check for me for something.
I have ideas for that, actually.
Have ideas for what? How to put her down?
To put her down, yes. Well, no, I can literally make her go to the grounds. We can keep flying.
You can try. You're way high up. I don't know what the range is on your entangle spell.
I just cast it on her. She would drop 60 feet every round until she hit the ground. I'm looking it up now. But
If she fails, what is that entangle? What's the?
It's Earthbind. Oh, where is it? Yes.
One creature you can see with range. Okay, so it's not a low. I thought it was an area that it did, but you're right.
Yeah.
You could certainly try.
No, yeah.
15.
Flying. if y'all wanted to try that. I don't know if how she'll do on that, but at the very least, if we never stop flying and it works, we just keep flying, I guess.
So you two remember a couple of things. You remember that in your bag, you have 2 potions of poison resistance that were given to you in the event that you encounter her from Naxine, the woman who originally told you of Old Gnawbone. Davos, for the 17, you remember that you also have 2 arrows and or bolts of dragon slaying that deal a extra fuck ton of damage to big bitches like that.
They have to be fired with something that would fire an arrow, though, right?
Yeah, either a crossbow or a bow. I'll let you do either one. You also are told by Tajin that if you choose to, you can go below deck and help with the cannons, and fire off the cannons, or you can man the ballista at the front. The ballista uses both your action and your bonus action. You can see the stats for it on the bottom of the page. The cannons technically take multiple actions, but there's 2 crewmen down there that are going to help. You could also choose to take your mounts to the skies to try to have some extra damage output. That does put them at risk as well. Now, we will say for the purposes of this particular combat, you could stay on the deck and command your mounts to attack, but if you're commanding them without riding them, it's going to be a bonus action, because you have to give them commands. If you're riding them, you get your action, bonus action, and they get to take their multi-attack.
I say we wait and see if she gets snagged or not, and see if we can't fly away. If not, I guess we gotta fight her. We can prep all this stuff.
Well, we're about to roll initiative.
I mean, there's
she ain't
there's
playing.
no talking at all. It's just straight combat.
You could certainly try, but seems to be heading intently. You literally see, like, as she goes, there's 2 streams. It's like a fighter jet that's like skywriting. 2 streams of green fog just pouring from her mouth.
You know, she wants
she
that
seems
fucking rock.
Indeed.
The Nightstone?
Yeah, she wants rock. Goldburn drinks a potion.
Over
A
my
poison
dead
resistance
body.
potion.
Does anyone else drink
I
a potion
think,
of resistance?
There's enough for all of us, isn't there? We had 6
No, there's only
at
2.
one time.
You drank part of them.
Do it,
You only have
Goldburn.
2 left.
Oh, Goldburn will not drink with him.
Do it, Goldburn.
I'll
Both
get
of you
resistance
do
when
it.
I rage. No, I'll get
Indeed.
resistance when I rage. So you should go ahead and drink it because I'll get it anyway, regardless.
Alright.
Brandon,
We
Use it
need to
delay.
spread out.
yeah, you don't have a whole lot of room to on the deck is the problem. You could take to the skies and spread out.
I think I'll do that. I'll grab a potion of poison resistance.
Both of
and
you
hop on.
roll a d6.
Say a d6.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, I got bad news for you, Bergen.
Oh,
Unless you also roll a 6, then we'll roll again. Okay. So this is written in the adventure. This isn't me fucking with you. Naxine hands you guys these potions. Almost all of them are potions of poison resistance, except for one, which has been mislabeled. It is actually a potion of poison.
No!
Yes.
Oh.
So I think you need to make a
Wait a
save, but let
second.
me check. What was that?
Oh. Do I take to the skies before I realize Bergen's been poisoned?
I mean, this is in the moments as she's approaching, because the potions last for a little while. So you guys, Tashin's like, all right, now or never, bitches, load up.
Because
So Bergen, I
have
need
a-
you to make a Constitution save for me. Also, Devin, if you haven't already, make sure you give those 2 a long rest.
Thank you. So, I think right at the moment. our
Ooh,
best
a
rate-
10. So I've got bad news. You take 14 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks for the duration.
Can I use my inspiration on that fucking con save?
Yes, you certainly fucking can.
Joey's like, fuck yeah, you can.
Ah, he's so
Oh
much.
no! It's a DC 13 too. Is the worst part. That's rough.
How
That's
much
rough,
was that,
buddy.
did you say 14?
14 points of damage. and you are poisoned.
I got a.
Oh, God, it's-
I got you, Bergen.
I'm gonna drop a little icon on you to mark that you're poisoned. You know, part of me wanted you guys to get away, but part of me wanted this to happen.
Sounds like all of you.
Who is taking to the skies?
I think our best option now
After I
is
heal Bergen.
just
Okay.
to get on the mounts and tangle with her on the mounts and tell Tajin that his only priority is to get that fucking rock back to Nightstone.
Really?
I mean, if we skybind her, we can even stick to her and or earthbind
Well-
her and keep tangling with her. But
I mean,
I don't
you know
wanna
enough
set
about
you up
dragons to know that they are very resilient.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time binding this bitch. Furthermore, the cannons cannot fire if the ship is trying to flee. You have cannons on the side, you have a ballista on the front. They can't fire on it unless they're entangled with it. If you choose to tell them to go, they can, but they cannot provide artillery support.
Regardless, I think the best thing to do is get on our
So the ship
mounts.
has to stop to fire a cannon.
Not stop, but it has to be about face.
Just can't flee, so we can't distract her. It's either gonna stick around or it's gonna flee, and we're gonna have to fight the dragon ourselves.
That's that's tall order.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I definitely want to be on my mount. I don't know.
Okay.
Demos don't have a spell that takes away.
Oh, actually, instead of using these mounts, if you guys will pull tokens for your mounts from the journal thing, and this way you guys can edit the hit points on them. It should already have the hit points, their armor class, and their name.
Oh, this dude was so prepared for this. He was all ready for this.
Man, I was lit for it.
He's ready.
Spot, where are you at, my dog? There we go.
Hey. Also, I custom made you a fucking thing. Spot has an actual spot on its head. Look at that fucking glorious bastard. You're welcome. Gave the
jeez.
old Zuko scar.
Um, I probably can't move through the layer this is on, can I?
I got you, dog. I will put you further up just so you're not... These two little things to the side are just for HP, so you can ignore those. The actual location you are on the map is inconsequential, because this is a dogfight. You guys are swirling through the air, so we're not going to be physically moving on your mounts. But you will be close enough to say, go in for a strike. If you're all on the ship, and there's an AoE on the ship, pretty much everybody gets hit. If you're scattered about, she sort of has to choose. And if you're in the air, we'll do a roll to see if she gets half of you guys or what. I'm going to say that Pandora and Ark are probably also going to take their creatures. And I'm trying to... What was that, dude?
Maybe give those arrows to Pen.
Arrows to Pandora, heard.
Those dragon slaying arrows.
If you guys will help me remember that. She has those.
And
I guess as soon as she
touched
with-
Bergen.
Oh my.
You got
Do you
this,
really?
bro.
And I got rid of his poison.
you Oh, with your lay on hands. That's right. That is the thing that it does. Oh,
It
that's
does
cool.
that.
I thought you were gonna have to burn a restoration for that, so that's fucking great.
Nah.
But speaking of that, I have greater restoration? Question mark?
Nah, I think this. You have to spend 10 points.
Is
every
Not-
winter.
later?
Not yet. Let's say not yet. You don't, but
Okay, alright. That's what I was gonna like DM you.
I
but
do
was
have
like,
less.
Fuck.
I do
Alright,
have lesser.
It's
I
okay.
yeah, you're with the lay on hands. It's like part of the ability. You can use so many points to cure a
it's
poison or a
5.
disease. So you're
Five.
set.
Yeah, so you get 5 hit points back too, Berg.
Oh, word.
Right?
Does,
I don't think it's.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
does
I
it
think
just
it's-
use it to remove them. I
Yes,
see.
correct.
I see.
You can
Okay.
use 4 points of your pool, I think, to do it.
Now, I could, you know what, since you mentioned that, I'm gonna just use all 15. And Bergen,
Oh.
you get 10 hit points on top of that, if that's
Boom.
okay.
You barely got scratched. You're fine. Everybody roll for initiative. Devin, I'll run Z if you can run the other two.
I got.
I guess
that.
the-
Why?
I don't know if they're not joining us tonight or what, but it's almost 11 and they're not here yet. Oh, speak of the devil and that bitch pops up. Consistently. How's it going, y'all?
Oh, Pandora rolled a 1. That's dumb. You should make
Oh.
them reroll their initiative. I'll be right back.
I don't know why my BTD's not working.
Miss Burr, can you hear us, girl? She cannot. Dark times in the kingdom.
She can hear us, but she cannot talk to us.
That's a fair point. She may be driving. Oh, Z got a 20. Fuck.
I got a 22. I mean a 20.
As well, I got you.
Yeah.
Excellent, 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 excellent. All right. In fact, since Pandora's having a little trouble and it is about an hour and a half in, we'll go ahead and take 5:10 and we'll hop back in with the start of combat. See you dudes in a second. Cool. Okay. Let me catch you up real quick. Basically, after some talking, you guys started to head back to Nightstone, and along the way, a dragon was spotted. You guys first thought it was Felgalus making a reappearance, but no! Old Gnawbone, this ancient fucking green dragon that they've pissed off a couple of times, seems to be trying to capitalize on the fact that you guys are transporting the Nightstone, and is coming for fucking blood. We've got you guys in initiative order. We're starting with Davos, but he doesn't seem like he's quite back yet, so we'll give another minute or two there. I'm trying to think of any. They talked about it, like what's going on with the ordning, how they're planning on restoring it. I don't want to necessarily get back into all that, but I might, I don't know, pull an excerpt of that to send to you guys.
Yeah.
Just so you're caught up to speed. You also have 2 special arrows. Arrows of dragon slaying that deal an incredible amount of extra damage if they fail the check, and half as much if they pass it. So you can deal some extra fucking punches to this bitch.
Oh, me?
Yes, they gave them to you because they're like, Pandora has the best marksmanship, quote unquote. So we'll let her have the danger arrows.
Alright, question. Have we rested or anything at all?
Yes, we've had a long rest since, so you should be full health,
fuck
full
yeah.
charges on everything, full 9. And Devin, same for you. Make sure your scythe has all its charges and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pulling up my Beyond 20 here. Do I need to roll for initiative, or are we good?
We've already rolled for you. You did not roll well, but that's all right.
You will need to hit that long rest button because I could not for you guys earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, same with Ben.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my computer to start up.
Cool. I was about to say, I saw your icon. I didn't know if you were vocal or not. In fact, actually, both of you can re-roll your initiative because y'all did roll pretty crummy, and
Okay.
this might put somebody back at the top.
You're a benevolent DM.
I am.
Alright, I'm rolling on my app.
Helm smiles upon you.
I got a 23.
There we go. That's what I needed. Somebody to go in front of Davos. That's perfect. And what do we got for Ark?
Still pulling up.
Cool.
Oh, but hopefully your new phone has better audio quality. Damn.
I mean, it seems that way.
I was about to say, you sound a lot
sounds
better.
much better, yes.
Oh god, yeah.
He dropped his old phone in the sink, and maybe that was just God's way of saying you need a better phone to play D&D with.
You're right.
Dude, it still worked for like 4 hours after that too. It was crazy.
Wait, in the sink at work?
Yeah, the dish thing.
Oh, that's rank. That's I'm
Like
sorry.
the end of the night dish thing, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can smell that. Like, just.
I can feel that. The grit, the cornmeal grit. Ooh.
Okay.
Actually, there was
Thank
no.
you.
It's not a cornmeal
Yeah,
soup
no
more.
cornmeal anymore.
Not for me. Okay, hold on a second.
Because fuck mustard and the rats.
Fucking shit. Just checking if we have a Davy boy. No Davy boy. That's okay.
Maybe he died.
We can,
God,
we can hope. Yeah, that's what we do. We shit talk.
Yeah, I heard y'all
So-
getting ready to shit talk
I
me
don't-
while, waiting to get service. Damn.
You're talking. I'm like, I just realized, like, oh, we'll keep your original roll, Ark.
Yeah,
oh,
let's
no,
do that,
there's
yeah.
multiple. I see.
Oh god.
No.
Yeah, now it's working now.
Okay, we'll keep the 10 because that's higher than what you had.
All right.
Bloop bloop. Fantastic. All right. With that, Pandora. And since you guys weren't here, I'll give you the rundown as far as you guys are on your mounts. You are trying to create some distance because you know that dragons have AoE abilities.
Right.
We are not physically moving on this map. This is just mostly for HP tracking. If you look to the left, both the dragon and the ship have 4 colored dots above them. Those dots are sort of a health meter. So like when the green goes away, you know, they're 75% or less. And, you know, we'll work our way down. You can choose to, instead of taking onto your mounts, you can choose to man cannons on the ship. And you'll get to fire a cannon every round. There's pros and cons of that. They do a good bit of damage. They hit pretty hard. But if you're on your mount, you get to do all of your attacks, all of your bonus actions, and then your mount gets its multi-attack as well. You can command your mount to attack while you're not on it, but that takes a bonus action. So you could run a cannon and still have your creature attacking, but if that sways you guys from wanting to be on the ship, we just put you there because
Okay.
roll
Well.
it into it.
Okay. Now I gotta ask some technical questions then.
Yeah.
Because my fight style does not lend to being out in the open air.
That is correct.
Okay, so shooting the cannon is a main action, and it no
A
bonus.
main action, yes.
So, but
Well,
so,
so if you look on the bottom, you get a +8 to hit, and when you hit, you deal 44 points of damage.
okay.
So it has a lower to hit than you do, but a lot more damage. Now, granted, you also have the arrows of dragon slaying, so you probably
Right,
have the
right.
biggest damage output on the field right now.
Right. So if I hide though, my Sphinx cannot. So there's no like hiding in the clouds
And
bullshit.
I
can
was about to
pull,
say,
huh?
for that, we would probably make you do a hide or stealth check at disadvantage, and I would use the dragon's passive, which I won't lie is pretty high. So it would be harder to hide, but not impossible.
Oh, okay, fair. I mean, I like those odds.
But alternatively, she could try to stay on the ship and hide on the ship.
That's why I
Correct.
was,
You
trying
would
to-
just have to use your bonus action to command your mount to attack if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, see, I couldn't command my mount, but I could shoot the cannon and hide.
Or
I
just
mean, I'm
shoot
not,
the
like,
dragon
super-
with your bow from the
That's
deck.
what I'm saying. Maybe I'll shoot the dragon a little bit and then go to. I can like swap
swap.
out halfway through, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's-
we'll say you can use your movement to
Land.
swap positions if you would like to. You know, go to the ship when you're not, or vice versa.
Okay.
All right. With that,
Okay, that makes sense then. That's good. All
did
good.
it restart the motherfucking? Or did I do that? Did I do that? That was my bad. Pandora, you are first on deck. What you got, girl?
Okay, I'm still kind of pulling up my roll 20. I've got my D&D Beyond though, so there's that.
Devin has the sheet as well, so if you need him to roll stuff, he can.
Well, I've got my sheet, so I'm good on that. It's just getting the
Cool.
map up. It's loading. Bless its heart, it's trying.
Lord, you coming?
Okay,
wanna-
so we're gonna.
Do you want to be
fuck
on
up
the ship or on your Sphinx?
I'm gonna start on my Sphinx and shooty pew. Let's
Shooty
see.
pew indeed.
Do I have a modifier or an item thing for my fancy arrows?
Nope, it's the same. You still shoot with your bow as you normally would.
Okay.
And then you can still use your charges on this if you want. But you have to declare that before you shoot. So you say, I'm going to use one charge to deal extra damage.
Okay, so what about the fact that my bow also has charges? Like, can I use both charges simultaneously, like the fancy arrow, or is the
Well-
fancy arrow?
The fancy arrow, if you hit it, it activates. When I said charges, I was talking about your bow.
Oh, okay. So I can go ahead and shoot, and then you'll take into account the bow damage. I mean, the arrow damage, essentially.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Trying to make sure that I'm
No,
shooting
I got you.
proper. Okay, because I am gonna do what I always do and shoot. Let me see if I can get this to
Get it.
roll.
Fuck a bitch up.
It's different on the app. Okay, roll to hit. Let's see. That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits. Excellent.
Alright.
What was your damage on the initial attack?
I'm about to roll with a charge, I think, because I want to hit it as hard as I can before I go back to the ship. Let's see. I can expend 1 charge as a re. It's a re. Okay. Okay, so let me see how I do that with the charge. It'll add an extra 1d10. That's what it says of force damage. Plus 2. Sorry, I was looking at this bow. It's been a while since I've actually looked at it.
No, you good, girl.
Let's
I got
see,
bad news, though. This bitch is hella stacked constitution-wise. Fuck.
Is it a const? Oh yeah, it's for its force damage. Okay.
So I've rolled her. She passes her save, but she still takes half of that. So instead of 21, she's going to take an extra 10, plus your bow damage, plus the force damage.
Okay, did my bow damage roll?
I do not see it.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
No, ma'am.
Trying
No, you
to
good.
figure- Okay, I rolled. It looks like an 8. Yeah, a
8.
1 plus 7. Damn, that's sad.
You know what's even sadder? All of those rolls are really low. Only one of them is above half, for the D10s, I mean. But nonetheless, pop, 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 pop. And that was 8 total, correct? Like for your force damage and your bow damage, yeah?
Did I roll my force damage? Did
I
you
do
roll
not
my-
see it here.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to roll a d10. Hold on, let me count these bitches.
I can roll one for you real quick.
Yeah, if you'll roll the d10 for me, because I see the pictures of that. Okay, there. Now my roll 20's up. Yay!
Perfect. All right, Barbara lays in and lands with one of these arrows. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do quite as much as you were anticipating. You guys heard fucking arrows of dragon slaying and thought it'd be 1 shot, 1 kill, but while it did a chunk, it's still got a long way to go. Davos, you're aboard Spot. What do you do?
What's the question? If I attack, then Spot cannot? Like their multi-attack is in
They can, yes. Basically, when you get within range, Spot will hit as well. And you in particular get advantage on your first strike while you're riding Spot.
Hells yeah. I'm going in.
Do it. I'll roll for Spot real quick. It's at a 6 to these. Ooh. I don't think either of those hits, unfortunately.
Oh, you
Plus
bastard.
6. No, sir. Not for Spot.
All right.
Roll your to hits.
Here's the first attack. Hells yeah.
28. Excellent. Okay. Roll
And
damage.
There's 14 damage.
Excellent. Next attack.
Why did it not? There we go.
23. That hits as well. Oh, excellent. I was worried you guys were gonna not be able to hit this bitch for a second.
Not with my dad's sword.
All right, you still have your bonus action.
I will use one of my blade flourishes.
Get it? Which
Gets
one?
to add 1d8. I'm gonna do the defensive flourish. So it
Defensive
should add
flourish. Okay.
1d8 to the attack and to my AC.
To your AC. Fantastic. Go ahead and roll that. That didn't sound encouraging. Was it a 1?
It was a 1.
Okay. Well, hey, that makes you like a 20 armor class. You can calm down, all right, bro. You're fine. At the end of your turn, Old Gnawbone is going to use one of its legendary actions to make a tail attack on you. It gets a plus 15 to this. 30 to hit. I need you to take 17 bludgeoning damage for me.
Oh, that's not too bad considering the 30 to hit.
With that, we're gonna go to Z. Z, his mount's gonna roll. Oh, a nat 20. What does he get to do for damage? So this will deal 20 bludgeoning damage. Excellent. And Z, he's probably going to go for an upper level spell, I think. This is a pretty big critter. I think he's going to go with an upcast Ice Knife. Oh, for a 15 to hit. The 15 does not hit. However, she has to make a dex save. And from this, I'll say you guys realize not very dexterous, very big. Got a nat 20. For a nat 20, I would say it doesn't even do the half damage. That's a rough break, Z. I'm sorry, my dude. Bergen, you are on Dawnwing. What you got, homie?
I am going to cast a 4th level spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Get it. I'm going to be rolling for your Griffin as well real quick.
Oh god.
It gets to add a +6 to those. Neither of those hits. So you guys know an 18 does not hit. Your spiritual weapon, oh, the nat 1. Ugh. Well, you've conjured it, so there's that. Go ahead, and you still have your action.
Yeah, my action... Going to do the shooting aids.
Damn.
Yas.
It's either fucking feast or famine with you motherfuckers. Damn.
It is.
Alright, 17 points of damage. Excellent.
And I'm going to move over here if I can. I don't know how far I can move. I'll spread out a little bit. Maybe get to...
The way we're doing it, don't worry so much about movement when you're in the
okay.
air, because basically the premise is you guys are swirling all about. Now, when AoEs come into play, we'll talk. But speaking of, it's her turn. And how is she gonna open up? I think she's gonna start. I think she's going to recognize the magic that hit her in the arrow of dragon slaying. I think she's gonna prioritize you, Barb. She's gonna cast Blight. I need you to make a con save.
Gonna cast Suck My Ass.
Indeed.
A 5.
Well, that's not good. I got some bad news, Barbara. You're about to take a heap and hunk of damage. Specifically, 8d8. 37 points of damage. You watch as, again, this green gas is just seeping from her mouth. And she pulls back her head and blasts a bit of it forward, and it comes out very, very dark green, almost black. And as it washes over you, you get it in your lungs, and you feel this, this almost like an itchy sensation from within. You're choking almost. You take a chunk of damage. Thankfully, this is a single target spell. However, she is going to use her second legendary action at the end of her turn to do a her wing attack. So I need... This is for Goldbrand and Art. I need Goldbrand, Z, and Pandora to make a dex save for me.
Bro.
You gotta make a
She's
high
so
one.
done.
Let me use a
Already,
luck
yeah.
point because I am hurting, so I'm gonna try and re-roll that for a luck point.
No. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's better.
Excellent.
Mine
Okay.
keeps being weird. I get to roll advantage, so
Z fails.
14,
Yeah,
6.
14 fails. Barbara, you pass. Z fails. Z and Goldbrand take 15 points of damage, bludgeoning damage specifically. What's his max? 72. 72. What did I say? 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent. And with that, we round to Goldbrand.
Oh boy! So, they're a real big lizard, right?
Big lizard, yeah.
Can I jump off of my mount onto her? How much action economy?
You can
is...
certainly try. I'll say we could do it as part of your movement, but you're gonna have to make a check. I think an acrobatics check. for what you're wanting to do
Well-
seems right.
We'll see. Maybe in a second. I will start out doing, as the rest are doing, a flyby essentially.
Okay.
I
I'll
don't-
roll for your mount. If you want to do your... And I'll start doing these in chat so you guys can see, because
How about now?
with a giant raven, you get to add +5 to each of these. Neither one of those hits.
Gross. Here's both of Goldbrand's.
Ugh.
The first one hit.
God,
Oh!
we're rolling like
A 20 does not hit.
Ah! Unfortunate.
This is the foreshadowing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I
So-
bonus action rage.
Okay. Do you want to try to leap onto it? Or no?
Fuck it, yeah. I guess so.
Okay, make an acrobatics check for me.
I'm right behind you, Gully.
This bitch
Dragon
going
section.
down with us on it. What? Great.
Oh, 14. I was a 15 DC that I had set for it. You leap for it and you land on it, but as huge as this thing is and as massive as its scales are, it is to a degree, parts of it are almost like snakeskin. It's smoother than you expected. You slip back a bit. You fall. Your mount gets you. There's no immediate peril there, but you do not manage to land on the beast.
damn.
With that, we go to the ship's turn. A couple things are going to happen. First, they're going to fire off a cannon attack. They get to add a +8 to this.
To say hopefully it fucking hits. Damn.
We can hope. Oh,
Jesus
that does
Christ,
not.
that is-
Yep, that's unfortunate. The cannon goes wide as Old Gnawbone is twisting through the air. It also gets to do. You watch as Captain Tajin runs up the front of the ship and jumps, and he has a winged dragonborn, and he goes fucking after it. He's going to make a flurry of blows. He gets to add 10 to these.
He's gonna do a flurry of blow.
Just a whole fucking flurry of blow. One's in that 20, and another's a 23. So that's technically 3
Hey.
hits, quantifiably. So that's he starts fucking laying into this dragon and does a solid chunk of damage considering.
So she's
Um,
like, no, fuck
He's
you.
gonna carry the party.
Tajin has done that. Y'all get the idea that Tajin has done this before. They've had to put down dragons in the past. This is part of what they do. With that also, the crew cast off a couple of spells. Kaya is going to send off a fairy fire, trying to give you guys advantage to hit it. But Old Gnawbone is going to use one of her resistances to soak that up. Another, Barb, you said you were hurting?
Yeah, I'm hurting. Well, I'm like about shit, halfway almost.
Halfway. Nissa, the cleric, is going to cast a Shield of Faith on you. You have a +2 to your AC.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we're going to round to Ark. What you got, homie?
All right, not wanting to be showed up because I proved myself Dragon Alpha last round. I'm gonna fly up and hit this bitch with everything I got.
Get it. Bugger up, bugger up. Oh, well.
See here.
Womp, womp.
I'll roll a couple for your Wyvern.
Yeah, good.
+5 to each of these. Neither hits. Oh, God.
Jesus Christ, man.
Mounts are having a time.
It is a fully grown dragon.
And not just fully grown. This is ancient.
Yeah.
This is the top tier of dragon bitches.
Are y'all gonna pick fights with the big scary
Not for long. We
To
didn't
be
pick a
honest,
fight. She
I
came
thought
and
our
found us.
record was. Yeah,
She
I
was
thought our
her
record
dominant.
was clear with her. Last time we parted was on. Well, we had cleared our debt with her. So she's just
Decent
being a
turns,
bitch.
yeah.
Yeah, she's just been a bitch.
She found out
just trying,
we
trying
had
to
the
kill her.
mates now.
Yeah.
The 21 meets. She has a 21 armor class. So roll damage for that second one. We'll ignore that nat one. Everybody turn away for a second.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Excellent. I will say, if you would like, you can pop a charge on that to try to deal a little extra damage.
I would like to.
Cool.
Might as well hit with extra damage when you can.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Extra 12. Solid.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You have to stop.
And I'm... Never.
If you become
Dyslexia.
Zabran again, I will end your life. And I will make it slow.
You guys, y'all have dealt a pretty big chunk of damage to her on this first round. You see that she is, not bloodied, but she's getting a little scuffed up. as we round to Pandora.
Oh, me again?
Again,
Already?
yeah.
Oh boy, oh golly.
Oh god, oh jeez, Rick.
Yeah, I know. So, I get one more arrow, right? I've only got the 2, so
Correct. This is the last dragon slaying arrow.
let's
Oh,
see if we can.
Are you before you fire? Are you popping
Yep.
charges? Oh, never mind.
Yes. I was gonna say yes.
Did you hide last
Oh, yeah.
round?
I didn't roll to hide. I forgot that I could hide in the air. Well,
Roll 2 stealth checks now, as this is your disadvantage to hide because you're in the air. 31. I'll tell you now.
Hey.
Her perception is a 27. So you cleared it.
I'm in a cloud.
Excellent. So you get to keep your sneak attack damage. And Barbara, I'll let you do this. Roll 6d10 for me. You might have to hit 3d10 twice.
6 d10.
Correct.
Damn. Okay, that's a lot of d10s.
Yeah, it is.
40 damage, dude. That's a lot of
Well,
damage.
she gets to make a save for it. And she gets a plus 14 to this, so there's that.
Whatever is left. It's like $1.50, $2.50, whatever.
A 20, that does pass the save. So instead of the 40, she's going to take an extra 20. Fantastic. At the end of your turn, she's going to use her next legendary action.
Did my Sphinx attack too?
Oh, I did not. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I'll roll 2 d20s.
And my other question was, let's see.
Then I'll roll 1.
The d10 I rolled for my charge, right? Or do I need to roll that separate?
Roll it separate. It's not counted in your regular damage.
Okay, let me see if I can get it to do the thing.
15 and 19. I don't think the 15 hits. It's a plus 6. No, it meets. It's 21. So both of those managed to hit. Excellent. Y'all are making decent progress. Fantastic.
So now I'm
with an
happy.
extra-
All is
An
well.
extra 5. Go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Yep.
At disadvantage, so roll twice. So you've got a 19. I will tell you now, she sees you. You try to hide, but she is aware. She is going to use her legendary action to try to whip you with a tail whip, actually, as you go by. 14 plus 15. That's a 29 to hit. Barbara, take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as we round to Davos.
Bonus action, Light of Lathander.
Excellent.
Con 15.
Fantastic.
And the damage, it
oh.
did not add the modifier. That's going to be 13 damage if she fails.
I've got unfortunate news. She has a 14 to add. So even a nat 1 would be a 15. In this instance, I would still say a nat 1 fails. I think a nat 1 should always fail. But that's rough odds, my dude. But she does take half the damage. What was that again?
It was 13 total, so
13,
7.
so half to 7. So
Won't
excellent.
Be wasting time on a con save again. And I'm swing twice again. Oh yeah, that one hits.
Boom, boom.
And that one hits. And Spot
Excellent.
is gonna try to do a couple swipes as well. So that's 24 damage total.
I'll roll the 2 for Spot real quick. 24. Thank you for that.
Davos wants another dragon head.
17. 17 I think might hit. Let me double check. I think you get a plus 5.
Plus 6.
Get a plus 6. So 11 extra damage. Fantastic. Excellent. Y'all are tearing into this bitch as we go to Z. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was not here today.
Z popped a high level spell. It did not hit. He's feeling a little anxious. He knows that the dex is her weakness right now, though. I think he's gonna try to bombard her. I think he's gonna go in with a fireball.
Does sound like Z.
Just to make a dex save. This is her weakest ability that you guys have seen so far.
So far.
There may be lower. There may not be. But that you've seen so far. Oh, she rolled very well, though. So she's going to take half of that. So instead of 33... Wow, that must have had a lot of ones. A couple of ones, yeah. So instead of 33, she's going to take 17. 17, yeah. Excellent, excellent. His thing is going to swing twice too. Oh, a nat 20 and 12. The 12 does not hit. The 20 does, so it does double damage. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent. You guys are actually doing a lot better than I thought you would. I thought y'all would have trouble hitting this bitch.
You say that,
Bergen.
but I'm like, I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
You're right, though. Bergen, what you got, homie?
I don't know how this works well with the movement, being in the air and all, but I'm gonna try to make my way over the barb to touch if I can.
Okay, yeah,
Touch
you can.
me.
Oh, well, with the current circumstances, you have to find her.
Oh, God.
shit! It was
God.
a
She's
perception.
hiding.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide if that's how I want. Rules as written, she's hidden from everyone.
Oh.
Correct, Evan? Am I correct in that?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure. I will let you do a free action perception check to see if you can find her. What does he have to beat, Pandora?
19.
19.
Oh boy. Well, I do have a high perception, so.
Like, I need
I'd
you
say
to
you-
Receive me.
Um,
I can't
okay.
find her. She's
So
the dragon
that
cannon.
doesn't take up your action or bonus action or anything, but you
Okay.
cannot find Pandora.
Alright, well, can't find the cat, so I will.
Me every
fucker.
goddamn night. Fuck.
Bonus action, the face is gonna swing to find it.
$26. That certainly hits.
Thank God.
Some damage.
I'll roll 2 for Dawn real quick while you're doing that. 13. Neither one of Dawn's attacks hit, but you do get your action still. So if you want to make a
Yeah.
mace or another spell attack, you're welcome to.
Might cast a. I'm not sure how this works. I might try to cast. Where the fuck is the spherical one? The spherical healing spell.
Spherical.
Catching her. Like collateral damage, not damage. Collateral healing. The fuck is it?
Collateral healing.
That's my band name.
Lateral
Collateral
healing.
healing.
Oh fuck, I can't find it. I will take a shot in the time and come back to that.
Okay.
Alright, shooty
Swing,
mace.
swing.
Wing.
Excellent. Excellent. 20 damage. Fantastic. You guys are laying into this bitch. At the end of your turn, she's going to use her second action. She's going to make a tail attack on you, Bergen. She gets a plus 15 to this. Yep, that hits. So I need you to take 17 bludgeoning damage as we round to her turn. And she's going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
One, I need one more, actually. You watch as the green poison around her sort of builds up, and she seems to take a deep breath in, and seems more fortified. She's regaining hit points. 32 hit points? Yeah, 32.
Gay dragons gain hit points.
And at that point, she's going to release her breath weapon. I need... We'll do this in 2 steps. Everybody roll a d20 for me.
Oh boy. Oh golly.
You want to roll low, I will say.
Well,
Just
good
gonna roll
for
one.
you. I rolled
Course. Of course.
I'm like,
Is that a
roll
1, 2,
high because
3,
that's all you've
4,
been doing
5?
for us. Like,
I think I'm missing one. Who hasn't rolled?
Yeah, it's my own.
Do you need Z's?
I got Z just now. It says Joey, but I rolled that for Z.
Oh, so yeah.
Need us to roll one for you, dude?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got you.
No, I got.
Oh, I guess I
Oh,
can't.
unfortunate. All right, Davos, Spencer, and Ark. I need all three of you to make a con save, and this one you want to roll high. Oh, and your mounts.
Oh no.
Goodness.
I need all of your mounts to roll a con save too. Davos, you meet. So you're gonna take half damage.
Oh, I was
Bur-
gonna say,
Bergen fail.
I can
if you guys
probably
had-
roll for art.
Yeah, if you could.
My mount fails.
Wait,
Uh,
wait.
Indeed.
Do I roll Art's Constitution twice? Once for him, once for his mount.
I think I have it right now.
Yeah. His Wyvern's con might be a little different, but that'll be expedient. Spencer, with the nat 20, I'm gonna say Dawn doesn't take a damn thing. Somehow you get blasted, Dawn does not. Which you're gonna appreciate here in a second. I'll wait till. Oh, excellent. Okay, both of those pass. So the fails are Bergen, Spot, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Bergen and Spot, you take 77 points of poison damage.
What?
77.
Pretty sure
I'm
Spot's
also-
down.
Spot is down, but we're gonna get to that in a second. Everyone else takes 38 points of poison damage. Everyone who passed that check. Not everyone who rolled the initial die, but Ark, the Wyvern, not Dawn.
Davos.
Ark, the Wyvern, and Davos all take 38 points of poison damage.
So
Run
how much
away!
does Wyvern have?
Besides Spot, is anyone down from that?
Art's
Yeah.
pretty sturdy at least.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, I don't have the stats on his Wyvern though.
Can I jump onto the dragon?
It should be on the token. Well,
Oh,
we're gonna get.
I see.
I'm plummeting to the earth.
So, you are all hit with this enormous wave of noxious gas. Your eyes burn. You begin bleeding from your nostrils. You're coughing. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? Not toxic.
Noxious.
Not noxious. Not the one I'm looking for, but that's pretty
Caustic.
fucking good.
Caustic.
Caustic. Thank you. Yes.
Acidic.
This caustic fumes just fill your lungs, and you feel every fiber of your being like panicking. This is not right. You are engulfed in it. Like there's a point where you can't see anything around you except for this cloud of green gas.
Find my happy place.
Davos, you feel your mount begin to free fall. You're alive and on it, but Spot is starting to make a nosedive. You guys are very high up. You're not going to hit the ground in the next round or anything, but you know unless you do something or somebody else does something, shit's going south. That uses the dragon's action and bonus action. Devin.
Do I see Spot and Davos start to drop out of the sky?
You do.
I do have spells, that would heal.
That's what I was also thinking. Yeah.
And you know some of the crew do as well, but that will take up one of their abilities.
No,
I think we'll be
I
fine.
am. Yeah, I think I am gonna keep going just to try to put some DPS down. So if you'll roll 2 for Ubin, I'll roll 2 for me, and I think I am gonna try to jump on it again. Goldberg's over here like, how the fuck do I make her stop doing that? And he's gonna try to jump over there and hack her up.
Gotcha. I don't think either of Hugin's hits meet. The 24 hits.
Plus 2 damage for rage.
13.
So it was an acrobatics check to try to.
Oh,
Gross.
whoops, I did too much there. You again slide off. Hugin snatches him, but doesn't quite get there. With that, we go to the vessel. Captain Tajin, which I need to mark off the key points I used last round. He's going to go again for a flurry of blows. And this time, he's going to try to also do a stunning strike if he hits any of these. He has to roll an 11 or higher to hit. Not one hits. Ooh. considering a strong opening move, rather weak follow through as he tries to pummel in. The cannon's going to take a shot. There's a +8 to this. They need to roll a 13 or higher. Oh, and a nat 1. Goldbrain, you're knocked out of the sky, my man. I'm sorry. You get cannon shot. No. Fuck. Kaya does use Featherfall on Spot. So you are not stable, but you're falling slower at least. I think for the second one, they're gonna try to bane her. So she needs to make a save. She has to beat a 17.
Pretty sure she does. That's just her
She
modifier.
does not.
What?
She does not. Amazingly, she is going to use her second resistance to pass, though. Excellent. So the pirates feel like their turn has been, or excuse me, not the pirates. The crew feels like their turn has been effectively wasted. As we round to Ark, what you got, homie?
All right. Try it again. I'm gonna fly up and hit her again.
Get it? Oh, is the Wyvern down?
No.
No, it got messed up.
I see.
Yeah, he's still
The
kicking.
23 hits. Roll damage for that. Excellent. Would you like to pop any charges with that?
I would actually.
Do the do.
Boom, boom.
Moss damage?
Always moss damage.
You can get
Did you
it
roll
to-
the bonus for the charge?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Gotcha.
Right here.
Ooh,
There you go.
as
There.
30 come in.
Alpha Dragon coming through.
I think that's to hit. Yeah, because those are d20s. I'm not sure what the dice is for that.
Yeah, me neither. Wait, what?
Tell you what, you also get 2 for the Wyvern.
2d6.
Next
Let
to
me try
2d6,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll 2d6 and we'll just tack that on. Unfortunately, neither of the Wyvern strikes hits.
There you go.
Excellent. Okay, so extra pop damage to the motherfucker. Excellent. And old Gnawbone's looking rough. She's feeling it. Pandora, what you got, girl?
All right, so do we just have one person falling slowly right now, or is there more people that need to be
Correct.
swooped?
Right now, he is conscious, but his mount is down. So
Okay.
you
really
the
And
way
y'all know that I have healing spells.
yeah.
Okay, so I don't really actually have to worry about you then, right? Okay,
No.
okay.
You're good.
He'll be fine.
Not at
Does
this
it
time.
take
I'm fine. My
does it take an
dead
action to
Pegasus.
land?
We'll say that you can hop off onto the ship with your movement.
Okay, so because I would like to do that, I would like to take my little ass onto the ship. I don't know what my Sphinx going to be flying around. I guess still.
You're good.
I would like to pop off one of these cannons and then hide on the ship.
Okay, so for the cannons, it actually takes 2 actions to fire. But what we'll do is,
I
you
load
go
it
ahead.
and fire from the shadows.
We'll put you over here, and we're gonna have one of them helping you load. Go ahead and shoot a shot now. Roll a d20 and add 8. But they are not going to be able to make a shot when they come around to their turn again.
Oop, I closed roll 20. Whoops. Good job, me. So roll a hold on.
d20 plus 8.
D20 plus 8. Okay. Oh wow, hold on. It's giving me a hard time today. That's okay. Let me pull it up on my doohickey.
Jigger.
Micro Jigger, yeah.
Michael Jigger.
Maybe. If
Oh,
it's
and
loaded.
I'm going
very
to
good.
retroactively do one thing because the creature is smarter than your DM. At the end of Ark's turn, it's going to use its 3rd legendary action.
Great.
I'm going to say Goldbrand keeps trying to pop on it. Goldbrand, it's going to try to hit you. Oh, Does a
This,
17 hit?
Uh-huh.
Damn. Okay. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, halved in this case since you're raging.
All right. I thought I rolled. I guess it didn't. Maybe.
Did
Or,
you? I do not see.
There we go. That hopefully will do it. It says it's rolling. We'll see. There it is.
There
A
we
16.
So a 16 plus a D or plus 8 is a 22. Excuse me, that's a 24. That's plenty to hit. Barbara, you pop off as one of the first cannonball of the combat makes contact with the dragon and does 44 points of damage. It is a hefty hit, and you see for the first time fear in this dragon's eyes.
Good.
Indeed. You can use your bonus action to hide. Go ahead and roll that as we go to Davos. Currently in a corkscrew freefall.
Ooh.
A slow corkscrew.
The big guns.
And Spot back alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4th level. I'm so pissed.
Spot can't talk, but you get the sense that Spot was having a dream that it was falling and wakes up and realizes it's falling. It's like, oh fuck. bit of panic there. You still have your bonus action, and Spot can still make attacks too if you would like.
How far have I fallen? Are we gonna say?
Since it's been about a round, I'd say at least 30-ish feet. You still can get back up to Old Gnawbone.
Oh yeah, Spot's mad. Spot's gonna try to hit
Yeah.
her twice.
Get her, Spot.
Mr. Ed, clop, motherfucker. Oh, and a nat 20. Damn, yeah, Spot is mad. Does she get to add a 6?
To the hit, yes.
Fantastic. Both of those hit. That's 3 times the damage. Excellent.
I show 2d6 plus 4.
Fantastic. Well, I have the average damage that I've been using just for speed's sake,
Okay,
which is 11
that's
damage
fine.
per hit. So that's 2 hits. One of those is a critical, so that's 33 points of damage. Excellent. You heal Spot, and Spot with taking all the momentum from
heals
its
Gnawbone.
dive. Yeah, oh god. All the momentum from its dive suddenly transitioned into projecting you forward, launching you up, and it comes up from behind Gnawbone. Gnawbone thinking you out of the equation, and the Pegasus comes up and just clop, 2 heavy hits to the back of the skull as you fly over its head. It's going to take a reaction to hit you, or try to, but let's be real.
Come on,
She's gonna
hit
hit you.
me so I can hit you back.
Gets out a plus 15 to this.
I'm pretty sure it hits.
Yep. And since it was Spot that hit her, I think it's gonna hit Spot. 17 points of
damn
damage to Spot.
Spot by
So
Spot.
Spot is back in single-digit territory. But badass moment for the time. That's your action. No, your action's still, or excuse me, you still have a bonus action if you would like to.
I don't think it's gonna do anything, but sure, Light'll at the ender.
Yeah, nothing else you get a chance to blind.
Yeah, not really.
No, it's a rough score. Again, it's got to be a nat 1 for this particular ability to succeed on it. It does take half, so it's going to take that 6. As we go to Z, Z seeing the chaos that's breaking out all around him. He uses 2 4th level spells. Yeah, he'll try a Chaos Bolt. 25, that hits. Excellent. Roll a d8 for damage type. As long as it's not poison, we're okay. Psychic. Excellent. Wait.
Bless you.
Huh. Why is it not... It didn't roll damage, did it?
No.
9 plus 8 for the upcast. 27. Fantastic. You guys see this thing is getting in critical territory. It's looking fucked up. 2 hits from the mount. One of those hits for 11 points. Excellent. Bergen, before we round to you, it's going to use its actions. I need... Fuck, I dropped my other d20, so I've got to do this. Goldbrand, Davos... Oh, not Pandora. Ark, Goldbrand, Davos, and Ark to make a dex save for me. You got to beat a 23.
Damn.
Decent rolls on the latter end, but no dice, unfortunately. You guys are each going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as she is blasting her wings, trying to buffet you back.
Would I be able to use my reaction to hit her back?
This is not a melee attack, which I think is what your thing does.
Okay.
Double check. If it's not a melee attack specific, then we'll allow it. But while we're looking that up, Bergen, what you got, homie?
Well, I have to make saving throws because that poison breath one-shotted me.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
It is with a melee strike is the wording.
Melee strike. Okay. Roll a d20. Roll above a 10.
But you just jinxed it.
I thought it was a con
Oh,
save.
God. For death saving throws, it's a flat roll. Double check me. Either way, he doesn't have a +6 to con. No, because con save, you'd get to add a ton of stuff to it. You get to add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in those. Double check, but I think it's just a flat 20. Oh! Interesting. I didn't know it had a button for death saving throws.
Uh-oh, me either. Why did why did I do
Well,
that?
either way, that doesn't pass, so Bergen, you were down for the moment.
I rolled the d20 before that, and then I checked the fail button, and then it rolled for some reason.
Interesting. Unfortunately, you cannot command your mount. Dawn, sensing that you were down, tries to remove itself from the action. It heads toward the ship. As we go to Caligula, she is once again... She's going to use her second and her last heal for 20 points. Ooh, she feeling it. Devin, wheel or woe?
Whoa.
Whoa, okay. I'm gonna roll this in chat. So if it's odd, it goes in your favor. If it's even, it does not.
Whoa.
Oh, a nat 20. It's not a check or anything, but it does not go the way you want it to. So much so that oh, I'm a fool. But that's been well documented. I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, no.
Except for Bergen. For
What about
what it's worth.
I'm hiding?
That's the only thing I'm good at rolling.
No.
Fail. I need
Do
one for
I
Barb, I need
have-
one for Z.
I have to, even though I'm hiding.
Yes, yeah. This is not a targeted
Oh,
thing.
it's fucking fears what this shit is.
Oh no.
Frightful presence. It should have done it on its first move, but I forgot to. So I think I still need one for Pan. Okay, everyone fails.
I don't know if I can be frightened while I'm raging. Hold on.
That's good to know. Check that out. All of you are frightened of this creature. She lets loose an incredible bellow, one so loud that it rattles not only the ship but your very bones. You are overcome with a sense of absolute dread. And if you failed, we're going to say your mounts do as well for the sake of this. Because as you're frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see this thing. And you can't willingly move closer to it. She sort of puts you all at a standoff. At the start of each of your turns, you're going to get to repeat this. And rules as written, it's the end of each of your turns. So I'm being generous, you ungrateful bitches. That is not an action for it. That is a free thing it gets to do. So now it's going to make some multi-attacks. It gets to add a 15 to each of these, we're gonna say it's gonna aim for Ark, Goldbrand, and Davos, since you were the three that are sort of peppering it in the face. In that order: Ark, Goldbrand, Davos. The Ark, Goldbrand has 17 hits. All three of you are hit. Ark, you take 29 points of damage.
Oh god.
Davos and Goldbrand, each of you take 22 points of damage. As the dragon comes in with a bite and 2 slashes with its claws and is absolutely feral. It is in critical territory and biting to the last breath, or so it would seem.
And Davos is down.
Oh no! Spawn down! No, Davos is down! Ah!
I'm at 12, homie.
It's rough. We're feeling it. Excellent. As we go to Goldbrand,
Wisdom save?
indeed, you have to be a 19,
26.
and you do. You are no longer afeared.
Goldbrand's like, nah, fuck this shit.
It's Garen, no thanks.
You see Davos is down. You see Bergen is down. You see Ark is in critical territory.
Kill it.
That's what I was thinking. That's what he wants to do. He just
You're right there. Just kill
makes
it.
sense, yeah. Same.
Roll well.
Goldbrand's like, all right, fucking fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do
Kamikaze.
my acrobatics check to see if I can actually jump on her this time. Because if she runs, I don't want her to run. I want her dead. Nope, still can't.
Damn.
Make it.
It's still sliding off.
Still sliding off. All right, here's my 2 attacks. Balls.
The second one hits. Roll damage.
And I'm gonna use a charge.
Go ahead. I figured you would. What is that?
Extend
2d8?
the charge.
2d6? 3d6?
It is 3d6. So I get 9.
21 points of damage.
Oh, plus 2 from rage.
23 points of damage. She's looking fucked.
And I
You're-
guess I could light up and throw a thing. Well, no, that was a bonus action. Use charge. No.
Neither one of Hugin's attacks hit. As we go to the crew, they can't fire this turn because because he swapped over to help Pandora. Spells. Nissa begins to chant. Everyone gets to add 11 hit points.
Oh,
Not to
boy.
your not your mounts, but all 6 of you get to add 11 hit points.
That includes
Ooh.
Bergen. Yay! And Devos.
Yes. Oh, that
was
does not
very-
include Goldbrand though.
No, yeah, it does not.
That's just fucked.
You say 6.
Kai. I'm sorry.
How much did you say? 6.
11 points
11,
of healing. As she casts Mass Healing Word. The Captain Tajin is going to go for 3 more punches. He's going to use 2 more of these. He gets to add... Okay, one of those hits. And because of that, he's going to use his Stunning Strike. A 22 passes. Okay, so she takes a bit of damage from that. And I think I have 1 spell left. They're gonna try to go with a another fairy fire. Try to see if he can give you guys advantage.
Advantage.
Which we've not been rolling.
Which
Like
basically
elves.
would cancel out since we're feared.
Well, hopefully you'll be out of your fear soon. She passes the wisdom save, so she still has a legendary resistance. As we round to Ark.
Okay. See here. Alright, since I am a little afraid but don't want to admit it, I'm going to switch to ranged attack. I'm going to like fly by as close as I'm comfortable, and then I'm going to fire my pyromancy fireball at her.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so roll.
I like to imagine-
pop that in
I like-
chat.
Yeah, I like to imagine... Well, I can do the breath weapon over here. Oh shit.
And I'd love for you to tell us your flavor on it. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I like to imagine that it's like a fireball, Like he goes to exhale, but instead of orange fire, it's purple fire, and it shoots a fireball out,
Purple.
and then the cone comes out of the fireball.
Excellent. You watch as Arg builds up this purple flames within his mouth, blasts it off, and as it gets just a few feet away from old Gnawbone, who is, since you guys are killing her, or going to be soon, I'll tell you, her name is Clagilimator? Clagilimator? The dragon names are fucked. Let me just preface this by saying that. I'll drop it in chat just so y'all can see it, but it's
It's in
weird.
the turn order.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool. So she passes her save. She does take half of that. You still have your bonus action.
All right, then I'm gonna use my bonus action to use the ranged attack on the Red Death's Rage, if I can get to it.
Get it?
Swing.
Swing, swing. A 19 does not hit, unfortunately. Big dragony boy. She's gonna use her last reaction. She's gonna try to pop you with her tail. She gets at a 15 to this. A 21 hits. I need you to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as we round to Pandora. Pandora, you're below the deck. You see the dragon is...
Believe it or not, I have survived with 6 hit points.
Yeah, do it. That's the way. Pandora, what you got, homie?
Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to fire a cannon soon, right?
You can, yes, because one of them moved over to help you. You can fire one every round now. Just
Oh.
one, but and you don't get sneak attack on your cannon. Just for
Unfortunately.
the record.
All right, what am I rolling for the cannon?
A d20 and you get to add 8. You need to get a 13 or higher.
All right. You said I get to add 8 to that.
Yes, an 18 does not hit, unfortunately. The cannon goes wide. You still have your bonus action if you'd like to rehide.
Yeah.
Sad kitty noises. As we go to Davos. Davos, this dragon is looking
Well,
pretty
I'm
fucked up.
definitely hidden at least.
Yeah. You're conscious at the moment, yes, Davos? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Are you still scared of it?
Yes.
Make
I
a
guess
wisdom
I gotta,
save.
Yeah, I gotta roll
And
a
I'm
nat
sorry, I
20
should've-
and that meet. Yeah, I failed.
Fuck! Oh. Oh. I thought... Oh, I see. I got excited because I saw the green for the stealth check and I thought that was you, but I
But
was
did
mistaken.
you get feared after you got revived?
No. I've been.
Does the
That
spell
was
effect
before
not
I
end
went
after he
down.
goes down?
I will say, being picked up. Okay, so let's just narrate this for a second. Davos, you just finished this free fall on spot. You managed to land in a solid hit, but as the dragon makes its strike on you and you lose consciousness, you are physically in the sky. There is sunlight just that you're basking in. You feel the warmth of it as you come back to, and even though it's not Lathander who is bringing you back, it's Nissa, the cleric on the ship, you can't help but feel emboldened by that. The sun is providing you with that little bit of extra energy. You are not afraid of this. You know that it is your destiny to put an end to anything that terrorizes this realm. Spot, your faithful steed, gives you advantage on your strike. Swing.
So now, not only do I not have disadvantage, I have advantage.
Indeed. Well, you have it. So with Spot, the first attack you make every turn while you're riding it is at advantage. Every turn.
Okay. Well, seeing as how I'm Captain Planet now, and I'm channeling the sun energy,
Bicycle.
I'm going to 4th level Guiding Bolt.
Excellent.
Devil's over here like praise the
And
sun. bitch.
Roll
think
well.
I need to use the advantage.
Yes. Yes.
So close.
Oh, that is so close. You still have a bonus action for whatever that's worth.
It's not worth anything. But can Spot attack?
Spot can. Roll 2d20 for me.
2d20.
He has to roll a 15 or higher. 17. I'll tell you what, here's how we're gonna do this. You, again, emboldened by the sun's energy, send off this enormous guiding bolt. The dragon weaves its head out of the way to dodge it, but what it doesn't realize is that as it swerved, you were coming around the side, and Spot comes up, and even though it's Spot that's hit, roll with your Blade of Night Errand Boar, roll for damage on it.
Okay.
Beat a 10.
It has to be a really bad roll to not be a 10.
10 damage, not 10 to hit.
I was just saying,
12!
that's
Excellent! Well, Davos, how do you want to do this?
Laughing at Goldbrand the whole time because I got another one. No, I would say right at the neck, trophy.
But as Spot swings around to the blind spot, gives you just the perfect opportunity. You leap from it. For shits and giggles, roll an acrobatics check. Doesn't matter if you hit or not, won't affect the outcome. For flavor.
Flavor.
So you pop on it and you expect this grand landing that you've seen Goldbrand fail at, and you slip, but as you slip, you stab your sword into the neck, and as gravity pulls you down, you cleave through part of it. Now, this is a massive fucking dragon. Your sword doesn't sever entirely through the neck, but you get from about the center of the spine all the way through half of one side. Immediately, a burst of blood, gas. The wings of the creature begin frantically flailing as it is swirling about, starting to begin its own free fall. And as you fall down beneath it, there's this moment where you're worried that you're going to be crushed by it, as it is hurtling towards you, before Spot swings underneath you and catches you, and the dragon plummets and crashes into the valley below.
Good riddance.
You have all, collectively, slain an ancient dragon, which is no small fucking feat.
Nor name.
Bra fucking vo.
You
Bra
didn't
fucking
even mean
vo.
to do that.
No.
Semantics.
I don't know about yous, but I wants to go collect my trophies. Are you coming with me? Goldbrand's gonna fly down.
I already
body
did
'cause
have
he-
the work for you.
Oh yeah, I'm in. Absolutely, I'm looting that court.
Excellent. Both of you roll a survival check for me. I'll say with advantage, Goldbrand because you've done it before, Ark because you're very familiar with dragon anatomy.
Roll one more bit for your advantage.
Might get advantage.
Takes about 35 minutes for their rolls to go through, you know. Alright, excellent. Between the two of you, are you wanting the whole head?
Any collectible trophies: teeth, horns, scales, claws.
You have to make different checks for each one, so it's not like you could say all of them.
Oh, the head is huge though.
I just
It is
want a
big.
tooth.
Yeah,
a
I'm just
tooth
going in
for me.
Skyrim style for armor components.
For a 15, you couldn't get the scales for a 15. I would let you get a tooth or a horn for a 15, and you can have that made into a weapon.
Okay. Okay.
If you but what if you want to work on the horn and I'll get the scales if that's possible? I don't need
With the
armor per
23,
se.
my thought process is you have to beat the armor class to get a scale, to get scales. So you got a 27. You,
Yeah.
Devin, you passed that. Davos, you can't get a scale, but you can get a horn or a tooth. Or if y'all want, y'all can try to go for the poison glands. I won't tell you the DC or if you hit or miss on it before you.
Glands?
I just want the tooth so I can wear as a necklace to remind Goldbrand that I got another one. That's,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
I'm
this
gonna go
tooth
for
is
the
almost
arm.
this tooth is the size of your arm. Yeah, it's nothing like not something you can wear.
I'm still going to attempt to whenever it would embarrass Goldbrand the most.
I love it.
Flavor Flav.
Oh my god, yeah. It's like a whole fucking mantle across your chest. Like, beautiful, beautiful. With the 14, Barbara, you can roll one more time to see if you pass a 15. A 15 is the lowest check you can get on this particular creature. Bergen, if you would like to roll some loot as well, you're welcome to.
I just wanted
Barb,
the
you-
poison glands.
You're still a little scared of it, like you know it's dead, but it's like,
I knew I should have.
This is a rough day for
I was
Bergen.
like, Bergen doesn't want none of that. He shouldn't even roll. But then I was like, well, I could just give it to everybody else.
I would say
have rolled.
canonically you're probably right. Bergen would probably be chill, and we're gonna say that because on a nat 1 the poison glands would rupture and you would take some damage. We're not gonna let that happen. Y'all managed to successfully take the loot that you have. If you guys want to drop that either in your personal inventory or in the bag of holding. Goldbrand, you had scales, plural. Ark and Davos both got a tooth.
Now I'm gonna go for
Z...
horn.
Horn, heard.
Yeah.
We're gonna let Z roll twice just to see if he can get anything. Who knows? Maybe he'll roll on that one too.
Mommy needs some new poison glands.
Mommy needs some new poison glands. Unfortunately, he doesn't get enough for that, but he does get a talent out of it. Devin, if you'll add one more to the bag for Z. Excellent. The crew of the Westwind Wyvern welcomes you aboard as heroes. You've just helped them take down not only an ancient evil dragon, but one of the most infamous dragons on the continent. There are very few dragons that are more well known than Old Gnawbone in Northern Faerun. And y'all have put a stop to her reign of terror. Fan-fucking-tastic. There's a giant dragon corpse rotting on the fucking ground.
Delicious.
You guys load up onto the ship. You may take a short rest, all of you, because you are on the 5th day of travel. You are heading back home. You guys begin sailing over the Ardeep Forest. Put this in perspective, I'll put you guys back on the map.
You said short rest. Did you mean long rest?
Nope.
Oh, God.
You guys begin sailing over the Ardeep Forest, which you know is not far from your home. You are riding this adrenaline high of just the insanity that has happened. You are exhausted, overwhelmed, feeling, no doubt, a little beat up.
Can I cast a prayer of healing while during this time? Do we got 10 minutes for me to do that?
You most certainly may do that.
Right. Everybody gets this too.
No, for sure.
What do I get again? Yeah. Is it an extra D8? Extra 1d6.
Yeah, buddy.
It is the evening of the final day, as you pass over the treetops of the Ardeep Forest. What the fuck? This is not what I thought I was going to be playing. Okay, we'll stop that.
Evaluate your rhythm, ladies and gentlemen.
Evaluate your rhythm. It's the whitest thing I've ever heard. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. You guys are sailing over the treetops of the Ardeep, following along the Delambir. It is late evening. The sky is awash with shades of purple and red and orange. And you see flames in the distance. And all of you tense up a bit, worried that Nightstone is under siege. But as you come closer, you see that it's bonfires, torches. The smell of food lifts up on tendrils of smoke. You realize it's a celebration, an air of joviality, as the town is seeing its heroes return the artifact, its namesake that was stolen from it months ago, something they thought was lost to eternity. Everyone is absolutely ecstatic as they see your ship. You hear the cheers. You see minor spells being cast off like fireworks. You guys, Captain Tajin sails the ship over the town. And as he goes over the Ring of Amethyst, which even from the ship you can see has grown. It is no longer just a few small amethyst gems in the pit. It is a ring of amethyst. Yeah. As you guys sail over it, you, especially those of you on the keel of the ship, the front, you feel a bit of that weightless energy, that same zero gravity sensation. And as you sail under it, the Nightstone drifts up a bit, off of the ship. Slowly makes its way down, circling, still aglow with blue, red and yellow tones. The crowd is mystified to watch this trophy descending. Not to mention the fucking dragon parts that you've probably got, flailing and waving. The town is ecstatic and going absolutely crazy. Daphne is overjoyed and meets you as soon as the ship lands. So like, my lords, we thought you might be victorious, but we never thought it would be this glorious of an entrance. That is fantastic, and it's glowing now. That's new, but that's I like it. It's lovely. It's adds a little bit of extra mystique to it. We've prepared a wonderful festival for you, my lords. We have got all sorts of activities planned for you. Please come join us. You guys are immediately given roasted legs of turkey, kebabs, beer, mead. Drinks are flowing. The endless mead keg that the Uthgard barbarians had is just in the town square, just flowing constantly, and people are just filling up flagon after flagon after flagon. There's minor feats of spell work to entertain and marvel at the crowds. And there's actually games, challenges around. Each of you can participate in one of these if you would like. There's there's 5 ones. You can only pick one just for expediency's sake. There's a wire walk where you can test your acrobatics. There's a log toss where you can test your athletics. There's 3 dragon anti-cards, poker, where you can try your deception. There's dragon chess where you can try your insight, and there's trivia where you can try your history. I will put these in. Well, I can't put them in chat because there's other information here. But
I want the poker or the tight walking.
You want the? I was hoping you would pick poker because sitting around the poker table is Lord Erenbor, Timpani, and Integrity. Integrity being the yellow tiefling that you had met. That's part of the Order of the Gauntlet. So do me a favor, roll a deception check. This is for Integrity. This is for Erenbor. 24. Your dad smokes you in poker.
Of course.
It's funny because he's like, oh, I know all your tells, but this ain't your sport. And I mean it's for fun. You don't lose any money or anything, but it's a friendly gambling game. Goldbrand, what do you want to try to do?
Goldbrand will probably do the log toss.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I was about to say, why don't both of you roll an athletics check? Participating in this one is Godric, the farmer, the really fucking swole dude, Hydia, and Miros, the Yeti, your blacksmith.
Please tell me his wife beats him.
Yeah, hold on a second. I actually think I'm gonna unattune the belt. Goldbrand takes off his belt.
I will say this: Miros got a nat 20, so you've got to beat a 23. Let me see if any of the others.
Tell you what,
Hydia
I'm
does
gonna
decent.
use my indomitable
Get it.
and roll again.
Goldbrand,
I can
You're a
rage, but
you're a barbarian.
yeah,
Is it only when you rage you have advantage, or?
yeah.
I will allow you to say that you rage before you throw it. Well, let me
Barbarians do.
rephrase it. You can do that if you choose to expend a rage charge.
I mean, I'll mark it off because it kind of makes sense. I took the
Okay.
belt off, and that was a pretty big.
You took the belt off like
Yeah.
a gentleman. Like,
I figured
imagine
it might
it's fucking-
happen, but
Steve, I imagine it's like a DBZ moment. You drop it, and then unfortunately, Miros the Yeti clears up on that. Barbara, what would you like to try to do?
The acrobatics, if I can get my sheet. to
Okay.
roll up.
Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check. With this one, there's Kaya the spotter of the ship, Ranrak, and Medley. Oh, she
18,
rolled
but
shit.
can I roll with my luck? Like I kind
You
of
can't-
like
You
do my
can.
footing and then try again.
You've got to beat a 24 is the highest that I got anyway.
26.
26, yes. Again, this wire has been set up between 2 of the towers that go across the town. It is very long. It's like probably 50 feet. And the people who have made it so far have barely made it halfway. Kaya gets close. She gets about 75% of the way through. But you not only walk across it with grace, you do like a cartwheel and like roll on your hands and land back on your feet. You smoke them. Bergen, what would you like to play, my dude?
Not dead.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Come
know
on, get a good roll. You got it.
what-
You got it, Bergie.
You can do the wire walk, the log toss, the dragon cards, the dragon chess, or the trivia.
Chess.
Trivia sounds so lame with those, but chess is insight based, so that probably would be your stronger suit.
Yeah, I'll do the chess.
Okay. Playing in this, there's
There we
Hiral,
go.
Sidiri, and Donovan. 18 is excellent. All right, Hiral first.
I swear.
You beat
Donovan.
Hiral in the first round easy. Hiral being the Lathander priest. Sidiri. Oh, he got decent. Let me see what this last person gets. Okay.
I swear, Donovan.
So Hiral beats, or excuse me, you beat Hiral. Donovan beats Sidiri. Roll another insight check. Oh, okay. You have pretty good odds on this one. Damn right. Donovan, the game lasts for quite a while. You two are sort of neck and neck. But at the last moment, I forget what this move is called. There's a move where you move your rook, and it gets to swap.
Castle.
Yeah. You get you castling. Thank you. And you castle your king, and it sets you up for just a perfect execution, and you win. Fantastic. For shits and giggles, I'm gonna let Z do one of these two, because what's his? We'll have him do the only one you guys didn't do, the trivia, because that's fucking nerdy and shit, and we'll make him do that.
In
Fucking nerd.
IRL, I probably would have done the trivia.
No, I feel that. And this one, it's Edensaw, which is Goldbrand's son and the lore keeper, Tabitha and Sylvie. He did not roll well. Tabitha. Edensaw coming in strong. Edensaw wins the trivia, and he's like, I do not know why they're so surprised. I mean, I may have been raised in the tribes, but I have picked up a couple of books. It took me a while to figure out how to read, but the pink one showed me.
It's fucking hard.
You're damn fucking right it is. Like, all the little squiggles, they all look the same. Fantastic. There's no rewards or consequences for any of that. It's just for shits and giggles that have, You also see that set up in the town, there is Safine, and she seems to be doing tarot readings. She finishes up with the person before her, and she, Well, welcome, Shug. It's good to see you all. Glad to see your last mission was successful. Tell me, what would you like to have your fortune read?
Ooh, Pandora's all about that.
Of course she fucking is. I knew she fucking would be. Fucking Pandora ass bitch. Now,
She's a fucking, like, pirate cat. Like, fortune telling is, like, absolutely up there.
She will ask just in general if all of you would like your fortunes read. Anyone who wants to
I'm
deny.
good.
Weenie.
You're good? Oh, nope. Alright, Pandora.
Do it. Sorry, I was muted.
I think Goldbrand will go ahead and do it, since he also does that kind of thing. So he technically believes in that kind of thing. So I guess he will see what she has
Pirates
to
are
say.
superstitious, man. I'm all for it.
True facts. Alright, let me get one thing set up.
As long as she can answer whether or not Goldbrand would ever get a dragon hit. That's all I really want to know.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's okay. I know my place. It's to stand
Alright,
up
so
and be a
I'm
wall.
trying to make this to where you guys can see it. We're gonna see how this works out.
See, that time though, I actually did a decent amount of damage to it.
Yeah.
Where the last time I just definitely killed Steel.
the last little
Baked it.
Come here, you fucking bitch. Okay, I might just show you the art on the cards. You have 3 cards here. One is upside down here in the middle.
The hard.
She takes her time and she reads the first card and she says, the Two of Cups. Balance, symmetry, the natural ebb and flow of energy. This represents your past, where there may have been a balance and duality to your life. Does that sound appropriate?
She's a Gemini, so yeah.
Asking Pandora, I should have specified.
I mean, that's vague enough that can stick.
Of course. And it comes to your mind, there was a balance of your life, for most of your life, you had a twin. There was a constant second to everything that you did. And it seems to resonate a little truer there. She goes, this one here is upside down. The card is the Chariot, which is normally a method of transport, a means of moving yourself not only from a physical space, but from the journey of life. This one is upside down, meaning that yours has been sundered. I would also like to point out there's 2 little sphinxes on this card.
Oh.
Little cute things.
Funny how nature do that.
She she rolls the last card. The High Priestess.
Ooh.
This is a wise leader, one restorative, something that you've lost being regained.
Ooh. I've lost a whole lot of shit.
Indeed. All right. She reads that one. We're gonna go to Goldbrand. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. Your first card's upside down, Shug. Let's start with that. The Hermit. Normally a card of reclusion. In this instance, meaning one forced out of that reclusion into unfamiliar lands. Your second card is the Stars, symbolic of the unknown, guidance, and yet structure in chaos. And your third card, the Emperor, a great uniter, a chieftain, a symbol of strength in numbers and power.
Can I just point out that the Hermit Emperor of the Stars is absolutely goalie?
Hermit Emperor of the Star. You right though.
Yeah.
All right, let me flip these the right way. All right, Ark. If you would like yours read, she'll read you next.
Oh yeah, go for it.
First card, Strength, power over the physical, resilience, a guardian. This is your past. Your present. This one's upside down. The Hanged Man, false accusations, redemption sought, a martyr of sorts. Your third card, the Knight of Cups, a champion of the sea, fulfillment, dispelling illusions.
I'll say Fred Boat is nailing it with these tarot readings.
I kind of hate the new Fred Boat system because I was like, voodoo music. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is voodoo-y enough. That's Z. Or no, okay. Bergen, would you like your tarot read, son? Too bad, you're gonna get it read anyway.
I was gonna say, don't be a baby.
Don't
Yeah,
be
the
a
You're on
card has
mute if you're
planned
talking,
by
by the way.
Raven.
Yeah, I think my mic's been funny tonight.
Yeah, funky. All right. She goes, all right, Bergen, your first one. Oh, these cards are upside down. My bad. Wu and Wei, which is very similar to Wheel and Woe. Ironically enough, sacrifice, pain and pleasure, price and payment. That's your past. The present. Justice, a judge, honesty, truth, defending the weak. Seems to fit you well. And the third, the Hierophant. Wisdom, law, and liberty. A teacher. And this is what you are to become. Those are for Z.
Notice
These
me,
are-
senpai.
Shut the fuck up. For these, I'll read Z's just so he can see it later in the thing. Oh, whoops. I got these backwards. Okay. Bloop.
What a great fortune teller you are.
You're right. I am so good. You're right. The Four of Cups. Diversity, balance, atonement, vessels to be filled. The Tower. A tragedy, death and destruction, the fall of the wise. And your future. The Magician. A master of the arcane. Wisdom well earned, persistence rewarded.
God, you're gonna blow up his ego.
Indeed. And, Davos, I know you might be a little skeptical, but son, you're getting one too.
It only makes sense.
Ooh. The Nine of Swords. Haunted by a shortcoming, feeling powerless, regrets. Your past. Your present. The sun, a source of warmth and power. Enlightenment. Absolution of sin. And your future. The Knight of Swords. An archangel. A champion. The valiant.
I think Davos needs a little sin as a treat.
Davos gladly takes and she'll say, now that's absolver of sin, Shug. Doesn't mean you ain't sinning, means you're getting rid of the sin. So good for you. We could all use a little more sin with a little less sacrifice on our end.
Seems pretty legit. I probably shouldn't have been too skeptical.
That's alright, Shug, I get it. You're one of them religious types. They always are a little cautious around my card table.
Speaking of card tables, I've seen some people do things before that might influence results of things.
She smiles. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, Shug. Make
sure
an
you
insight
don't.
check? Make an insight check. I would say with advantage, but she's pretty good at what she do. Oh yeah, I don't think that's gonna get it, dog. Yeah, that's you were skeptical going in, but you watched her the whole time like a hawk, and you never saw her do any trickery. Man, she good. She's slick. Daphne takes this moment to come up and my lords, thank you again for restoring our I almost said our stand, the Nightstone to our city. It is wonderful. Everyone is elated to once again have our artifact here. And I know that there was some hesitancy toward the three of you newcomers. But this has remedied any apprehension we may have had of you. As far as we are all concerned, you are truly Lords of Nightstone. Thank you so very much. We were hoping that the bards might perform a song, Lord Davos, if you would be so inclined.
Hells yeah.
Excellent.
Damn, I'm used to people being like scared of me every town I go in. This is different.
You haven't robbed us yet, so that is a good sign.
Yes.
Excellent. Davos, you guys go and set up on the balcony, the newly built balcony, on the second story of the Nightstone Inn. This has obviously been expanded since you were here previously. And all 6 of your band members are preparing their instruments and getting ready. You see out in the crowd the faces of your mother, your father, your sister, Helena, and everyone really is just ecstatic and within this packed within this courtyard. There's a bit of an opportunity to say something if you would like to.
Yeah. And stand up, tell the crowd back home, when I was young, we always had this rumor, this story about the dead. Whenever they passed along, they became a star in the night sky. So that was kind of the inspiration behind this song here, you know. Whenever we
Fantastic.
pass on, we'll join the sky and be reunited with all the people we used to know.
Wait a fucking second. Did you just Mufasa the fucking people of Nightstone?
I don't know what that means.
I love it. I will say this, before I hit this track, you all may want to drop the volume of Fred Boat just a bit. Make sure you can still hear people. Alright. As you pluck the opening rift, your choir of bards sings a smooth introduction, and Timpani awaits your cue to bring in the rhythm. Gulbrand's fog seeps from beneath the crowd, filling the courtyard. Drifting globes of light waver back and forth to the rhythm. Glowing embers spit off of Mezzo's violin. This is not the version of the song I wanted to play, but that's okay. The Nightstone hangs in the air about 10 feet off the ground, aloft within this radius of floating amethysts. It's illuminating the crowd in shades of red, blue, and yellow, swirling slowly, almost creating a disco ball effect, oddly enough. The energy here is tangible. The gravitation magic, the Nightstone itself, the energy of the crowd just feels electric, and it's reassuring to be back to this normal, to be back to doing shows, to feeling like you're living life. Snow crystals drift off of Freda's harp as she strums. Sparks dance at Capo's fingertips. The wind picks up with every breath Medley makes into her ocarina. The drums boom with thunder. The song resonates within your very chest as the city sings your melody. Sky is a neighborhood. Despite being a song they've never heard, they are perfectly in tune, swaying with the rhythm. And it's this moment of creation, of originality, of inventiveness, and you can't help but feel emboldened. You are so much more than the bard you were back in Oral Bar. You are not playing at a tavern for a handful of people. There is a crowd of hundreds before you, and you feel entirely emboldened by this experience. It's very fulfilling for someone who's always felt half bard, half paladin, to fully embrace that role. The crowds roll in as the music echoes within the valley. Lightning dances behind the clouds, creating a vivid tapestry of clouds alight with blue hues of cobalt, sapphire, electric blue. It's unbelievably beautiful. It's supernatural. It's magical. It's magical. You watch as statues begin plummeting from the skies, hurtling towards Nightstone in rapid descent. One crashes into the inn before another impacts the temple. One in the stable, 3 in the towers, 5 in the keep, dozens of them in the streets. The crowd screams and panics, racing for protection, many of them reliving the attack on Nightstone from when they first arrived. The gargoyles rise from the rubble and begin to tear the city asunder, ripping apart walls, laying waste to fields, attacking the scrambling citizens. Guards and soldiers struggle against the crowd in an attempt to defend the city. Above, among the clouds, you now see it clearly. An immense portal just below the cloud line. An enormous figure, 40 foot tall, plummets down, crashes into the courtyard, and sends dust and debris scattering. Skin like stone, eyes a cold electric blue, and a face you recognize as Harshnag the Grim stands before you. And that, my dudes, is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Damn.
For those of you that did not know, which I guess might just be Ben, because Pandora was here for the last one, Harshnag was an ally of theirs that was petrified within the Temple of the Eye of the Allfather by an ancient blue dragon. And through whatever means, is standing here before you as an animated statue. Nightstone is under attack, and we're going to see how that goes. You guys have not had a long rest, so everything you've spent has been spent, including what you used for your games. But with that, we're going to go ahead and call an end to tonight's session. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the concert, even it's a little rock and roll, if you know what I mean. Ha 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 ha. But with that, please be good to one another, take care of yourselves, and is it Friday yet?
There we go.
Bye.
Deuces.
Bye, guys.